hear us on YouTube? Okay. Phew.
We have half a minute before we go live or something then? Okay, good. I can do my hoot without being on video doing it.
I'm pretty sure you could get away with doing it on video. I'll take the heat for you. I got my pre-roll all ready to go.
How come I heard?
Welcome in, everybody.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure I just heard myself on the video, so.
What happens if I...
Yeah.
Lambo got his premium hoodie. Yeah, bro.
Ooh, he's gonna be dripping.
All right, guys, we're almost ready to roll. Bring up our two guests. We got Danzilla the Terrible, and we have FalconRad FPV.
Hello, hello.
Hey, everyone.
This was a really fun day. I really want to go back and do this again. We had like 6 people that day for my birthday. It was awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I can see there's a bunch of quads flying around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They're like little birds flying by.
Oh, it was a nice day too.
Yeah, it was gorgeous out.
Are you flying backwards, or do you have a
Backwards camera.
camera?
Yeah, it's the thumb mounted back. Yeah. This is actually pretty decent footage for the run cam thumb.
I think does the thumb put out better footage than the Insta360 Go 2?
Ooh, I don't know about that, because I think the run cam thumb I have only does 1080p. But if you get like the 4K run cam thumb, that might be different. Yeah. But
because I don't know, I have the Insta360 Go 2, but I never use it because it's so difficult to get a nice looking video out of it.
True.
It's got to be like all the perfect conditions. I don't know, maybe I'm just not very good at using it, but
Hey, thanks for the
Always have-
follow, Steve over on Twitch. I see you, buddy. Thank you, everybody, popping over on Twitch. We have a little bit better stream going on over there, and you can check out. But yeah, here we are, guys. It's a new little chat / setup here for the stream that I built today. Yeah, we just saw that Steve O just followed. That's awesome. Usually the bottom right underneath me is the chat, but right now there aren't too many people in the chat on Twitch, or I think it might not be set up properly. That's probably the case. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Lambo Drives, he's got his wicked new premium hoodie he won part of a payment for, and Brandon Baked Beans is in the chat. Hopefully you pop in. We've got room for you, buddy. 608, you're also welcome if you want. Everybody's welcome. Steve, thank you, brother. Flyzone Drones. Of course, Danzilla and FalconRad, who we've just lost.
Yeah, there's
the
a
video.
stack of them in there.
How did we just lose your video? What happened? There we go.
Whose video?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody's video.
There's quite a bit of lag too between the Discord and YouTube.
yeah, I bet. Yeah, OBS, it's
Yeah,
probably
I've got
about
the
like 5
YouTube
or
on
6
mute because
seconds.
it's like
Yeah,
10 seconds later.
Yeah.
because I'm talking on Discord and watching on YouTube, but because
Yeah,
on Discord there's not the I don't know.
you can't watch.
picture.
Well, I could. How do I do that? That's and every time I go into Discord, it screws up the video for you guys. But hang on a second. I think I might be able to share my screen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is well, it's just because I'm showing OBS though. It doesn't make sense really. How would I show it? Yeah, I guess this wouldn't work too well for you guys watching because I'm using OBS. So what you would see is this, which is kind of nonsense. I'm gonna just try it out for one night anyway, and we'll see how it goes. But it's pretty.
On my Discord right now, it has off access, but then it has off access watch stream.
Yeah, watch stream, and watch stream is what I'm sharing. Is the OBS I'm sharing.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it changes. I don't know how good this is gonna work. I've never done this with multiple people before. I've usually just do it by myself and kind of thing. But we'll see how it goes. This is new setup for me right now. Hope you guys
Hey,
are all
off
doing
grids
awesome.
here. Bob Noxious too.
Wow, welcome in, guys. So this is now showing.
We're cool. We're cool.
Oops. Focus. I'll go 2 people. Yes.
All right. So what was is there a subject?
No, tonight's just a hangout tonight. We did discuss about your guys, about your frame and stuff like that. You have FalconRad and other stuff, but we haven't really put any topic tonight. It's just super hangout tonight. Somebody
Cool.
just popped in. But yeah, no open mic. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, feel free to post in the chat or speak out loud. Really, I mean, yeah, we're just hanging out. For me, I guess I can start off is I started back at new work, so I'm a sprinkler fitter, pipe fitter again. I stopped doing the movie stuff for a little while. It is down season right now, anyway. First squadron, we hear you, but barely.
Oh, okay.
Welcome in, buddy.
Hey, I'm on Discord.
Yeah, we're all on the Discord, really.
Nice. Oh,
I got
hello.
dogs, so maybe I should mute it because they get a little yappy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you want to just hang out, though, you're welcome to hang out. Night Train,
Well,
Bob Noxious, Mudball Creative, Andrew. Everybody, welcome in. Everybody hanging out.
That's Mudball Creative.
We're trying a little something different here.
The different stages of Michael Stipe.
What's that?
Oh,
This
Mudball
panel-
Creative in the chat. So this
Yeah.
panel looks like the many different stages of Michael Stipe.
Okay, I don't know who Michael Stipe is.
Michael
Wait,
Stipe is the lead singer of Yeah. Losing my religion. Oh shit! I'm stoned.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause he had a part when he was shaved his head, right?
Ah. Well, if we get Brandon Baked Beans in here, we'll have a different little character too as well. He's what did we say he was last week or the week before? He had a different character too from some show.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
don't remember.
you get bonus points if you remember. Maddie's World, what's up, bro? People, if you want to jump in on Discord and hang out, you feel free to pop in and say hello. We got First Squadron hanging out with us.
That's it. Thank you.
Apparently, my character is what, like the Falcon from the Muppets or something like that.
Yeah. We never got to show that off. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Just can I interject there? Night Train, is the volume bad? Are the levels bad?
Yeah, I bet you they're all bad.
I just saw he said something about all volume is low, level but low. Maddie's Drone World. Everybody's coming in. Oh,
We're trying
one thing we should
OBS.
do while we're hanging out tonight is watch FalconRad's video of him flying up those ice crevasses.
Oh yeah.
When you that, oh man, that was amazing, dude. That was Chef's kiss.
Thanks. Yeah. I really enjoyed those flights.
Yeah, amazing.
You're lucky to have such a cool spot, man. You're good at doing it, and yeah.
Yeah, I went up there with
really good.
Marcel and did a few flights into there, and then I loved it so much that I came back the next weekend with my partner Aaron and did a bunch more flights. So I really got to know it well.
Talking about this
Yeah, it's
waterfall?
gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks.
Scary
Yeah,
as hell and gorgeous.
that was a fun one to fly. But actually, I'm so used to flying all these mountains near me that like it's not really all that intimidating for me anymore because I just like I know them all. It's like flying in my backyard. So.
Yeah. You were saying that FalconRad that you've been going up to Squamish even before you flew drones, right?
Yeah, I'd go up there and go camping.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there's definitely a lot of confidence gained by kind of knowing where you're going. You know, if you took me and dropped me in that valley and said, "Here, do the same thing that FalconRad does," I'd be like, "I think he goes this way." Half of me would be figuring out if I'm going to get lost or not. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Well, let's say I went and did a flight my first time at a different spot in the valley, so I didn't recognize anything. And for some reason in this part of the valley, the GPS lock just sucks, and my GPS wasn't that great at that point. I was like, whatever. I've done this 1,000 times, right? Like I'd done like 200 long range flights the year before. We just like I'd done tons of them, and I was just like super confident. So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna do it without the GPS. Doesn't matter. This doesn't look like that.
I know where
hard
I'm
of a
going.
flight. I almost lost the quad because I turned around after going out 3 kilometers, and I was like, where the fuck? Where am I? I didn't have a clue. I actually hovered in the air and just stayed in the air while me and Aaron like looked at the ground and like, okay, there's the river, and we took a road that turned right from here, and it's like we're beside the river, and we just like literally followed the roads in the river and traced it back to like where we should have been.
Wow.
Luckily, I had the like flight time left to do that.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to be wondering where you are. 1%.
So knowing the terrain and like being confident about being able to fly somewhere, because I've flown up that chain of waterfalls in tight to them a bunch of times, so I know I can do almost whatever I want in there. And there's just a couple patches where if I lose video, I just gotta pop up 10 feet. And so when you have all that kind of memorized, it makes it look like you're just like a pro pilot and super confident, but it's just lots of practice.
Knowing where your line of sight is and everything, yeah, totally. I definitely learned that last week.
I do have a bit of a knack for like having a 3D picture in my mind of like where I am and where the quad is, and then what the mountain shapes are that are around me, and if they're going to interact with my video signal if I go to a certain spot. Like I'm pretty good at kind of keeping that map in my mind updated.
Right.
Sure. Whenever I watch your guys' footage of you guys going up these mountains, I always play a game. When you turn around, I try to spot your landing zone from when you're far away. I can never figure out. I think they're there in that little crook of the river, but I always get it wrong.
Every time I turn around when I'm actually flying, that's exactly what I do. Is I immediately spot where I am, and then just flying down is so much more fun to me because you can just you can see exactly. I'm at this dirt circle right here. As long as that dirt circle doesn't go behind a mountain, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But when you're going up, it's requires more learning.
For sure. What do you say the biggest struggle of flying long range was for you? Good question.
I don't know.
Was it more
I think it would be the confidence and practice.
Yeah.
And the confidence that you get from practicing and just getting used to it, because I just always would be so worried, especially after losing my first quad and just only have one quad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I have like 3 or 4 or whatever, so it's not, and 2 GoPros or whatever, so I'm not going to be quite as upset, so I'm probably maybe push things a little bit more now, but yeah, just
Operate everything says learning to let go. Yeah, he's right. It's the same with just my 5-inch in my backyard. You know, so much of it is that confidence and just knowing that, okay, I can do this. Yeah, confidence.
You know, it's kind of the same thing when for people flying. These are awesome shots, Marcel.
Thank you.
When you're flying, hear people talking about flying freestyle. It's the confidence, or you'll hear people saying that they always get better when they fly with somebody that'll push them. So it's having that other person kind of like boosting your confidence, or giving you challenges. So you start doing stuff that you're not even confident you can do, but you try it anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then just for me, having the confidence about long range stuff, I'll try something that a couple of years ago I would have looked at it and been like, well, that seems sketchy. I'm not going to try that.
Right.
But now I know I just have to memorize these points on the route that I got to hit and whatever, and you get more confidence.
Yeah, totally. Welcome in, Shelby.
And it helps you get better.
We also got Free Range Chicken in the chat. Welcome in, man. Night Train, and it's like
Free
I
Range.
said hello to you already. And Stardust FPV. What's up, man? Hopefully you guys are all doing awesome. We're just hanging out, chatting about whatever, but right now we're talking about a little bit of long range with FalconRad. FalconRad, I'm going to highlight you if you want, if this is the time. if this is the time. Where you could talk to us about your little secret. If you want.
Secret.
Oh yeah, I guess I kind of half committed to, mostly committed to talking about that.
Yeah, I mean we're also halfway there too, so that works out well.
Yeah. Well, the lag on the screens just keeps messing with me.
Sorry, bro.
It's like, no, that's okay. It's like, is it can actually show this? But I guess I'll just look at the other screen.
Yeah, I'll make it bigger.
Yeah, my other frame is finally ready. Can you see it there now? It's the one that's based on the Falcon style design, but more a little bit more X-like with the arms, not quite so dead cat. So it's a little more turns a little more agile because the dead cat really helps with almost slowing your turns down and stuff and giving you a more smooth wide turn with the dead cat arm, so that being a little closer to X is a little more agile.
Right.
And this one's 7.5 inch. So part of the purpose behind this one is just having the bigger props and being able to carry more weight, whether that weight be big batteries or in the case of this one, I've set it up so it can carry multiple GoPros. As part of the extra weight. Well, because I'm always trying to take videos of stuff, right, and get footage that I can take back home and make YouTube videos out of. But sometimes
That's
I'll fly for a while and then, or all day and get home and like, I should have reviewed my footage more while I was out, but it just takes so long to load it onto the computer and my laptop is super slow and the screen's not bright enough to look at in the daytime.
Right.
So anyways,
Yeah.
now I can stick 2 GoPros on the front of it and have one film in linear and one film in wide, or one with an ND8 and one with an ND16 when I can't quite decide, and lock the shutter on one and put the other one on auto or whatever.
Nice.
And just that way I have more likelihood of getting some really nice footage, rather than getting home and being disappointed that like half the footage isn't even really usable by my standard.
Does it have a name?
Falcon RPM.
There you go.
Falcon RPM. And that'll be on CNC Drones, CNC Madness.
Yeah, it'll be on there
Yeah.
probably. I'm just getting the pictures finished up and ready, and then I think that's the last thing. Then I just have to get them to put it on the webpage, like send all the information to them.
Pretty cool.
So probably be a couple of weeks still. I'm starting to work on the release video now. That's gonna be my next video. I think will be the release video for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, I lost you on Discord. Right. I don't know why it keeps doing that sometimes.
Pretty cool.
Oh, on the YouTube one, on my screen, it's blank.
Yeah, I went black for a second. I don't know why. I think I clicked on something on the screen when I shouldn't have. Something to get used to. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this, but I do use it for Twitch. I've never had other guests on before, so it's kind of weird, especially with Discord. But we've got a video here that's pretty fucking badass, and I can go back to Discord and find the highlight. Yeah.
You're
We're gonna watch a
Falcon
video.
RPM.
Hmm?
Just from the Falcon RPM?
Yeah. No, not. It's a brand new video of his. Came out 12
Cool.
days ago.
I haven't released the Falcon RPM any footage from that yet. I've got a bunch of videos for it, but
It looked like it was solid carbon fiber, or your other one is the sandwich.
just that
material,
one
is
is
it
the
not?
sandwich one. Yeah, just that one,
Yeah.
because it's to cut the weight down on it.
Well, it was a bit of an
Yeah.
intense flight there. I was starting to shake in my hands a little bit.
Oh, this is the
Getting a little
ice cracks
right
video,
next to the,
or ice
Oh,
glass.
that, just
Oh, I can't even
bouncing
show.
off one of those ice
I have to take
balls
us off.
did not end well, I don't think.
all you,
But
Oh, there you go.
I think it was some awesome footage. So it's
yeah, all you cinematic long range wannabes, read it and weep. This is awesome right here.
with success.
Hey, Lambos over on the Twitch. Right on. Welcome
You should
on
submit this
Twitch.
to the GoPro Awards. Make sure you tag it GoPro.
Hell yeah.
And Rush Solo VTX set to 800 milliwatts. My Crossfire is a Nano TX set to 1 watt.
Ooh-wee.
Let's go downtown.
That footage is sped up though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is like 500 or 800%.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching on Twitch actually gives you a better delay too, as well. I noticed the footage comes
Oh, yeah?
a little quicker. And that's what that banner up top on the screen there is. Recent donations, cheers, followers, and subscribers over on Twitch. You can also send little stickers. That's what the sticker party's all about.
Sticker party.
Picture looks better too. Yep.
Yeah, I keep hearing that about Twitch. I don't even have it. Well, I think I do, but I don't use it.
Once you do though, you'll never go back. Like Twitch also has a bunch of really good 3D printing creators that are always doing giveaways and stuff, and there's always just so much more going on. It's kind of like more of a TV show than kind of like a stream. You know what I mean?
Then you cross the streams and simultaneously post to Twitch and
I'm doing that right now.
YouTube.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
so
I'm
we
saying.
could technically get rid of the Discord Because that seems to be the bottleneck, right? I don't know.
Well,
If we all
Discord
went to
is-
Twitch.
Well, yeah, but you can't go on video on Twitch. You still need.
Oh,
a
I
platform.
thought.
You still need a
see.
platform that hosts onto those platforms. So
I thought
you-
Twitch did that.
Yeah, you could use Zoom. I mean, people have Zoom.
Yeah, I use Zoom
I haven't used Zoom in forever.
for meetings.
Yeah.
I love finding little spots like this to fly through. Like where you can just get like right down in the little between the rocks there.
I always like to imagine if any like humans have actually been right there. Has somebody ever like walked up that hill? You know, somebody ever sat right there on?
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
rock?
It'd be some pretty sketchy terrain walking around, like all those loose rocks. If one of those 200, 300 pound rocks rolls down and hits you.
Also,
Yeah.
it doesn't look as steep as it is because you're flying it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's actually,
Oh yeah, yeah.
some
It's
sort
way
of-
steeper than it looks.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah,
tell
looks
because
like a reason to
it's
be
just
there.
constant waterfalls. Like there's no stream part.
Mm-hmm.
I think
If your
so
quad goes,
this is part
I
of.
was just gonna say, if your quad
practicing it,
goes
right?
down at this point, is it lost?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If your quad goes
Yeah.
down? Yeah.
No, I'm not going to get
back.
it. It cost me
Yeah.
5-10 grand to go and get a $1,000 quad.
Right. Look at this. Can you imagine losing
Well-
in there? Be Dunskies. I remember this too. I think this is the same flight. This is crazy.
Well, that was
Hope it
part of this, you
tumbles
know,
a long
being
way
like
down.
this being my 7th flight up there. That's why I was able to do that. Like, go up through the waterfall thing, through the rocks, and then like go right up into the first ice crack all in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'd flown through this particular ice crack 5 times by now.
Wow.
So I'd kind of, you know, I knew that it turned off to the right and then ended. And but I just always flew up ones that went vertically up the mountain. Only like 15% of them maybe did that.
Right.
But it was just finding
yeah.
those 15% that were like really deep and went
Oh,
vertical.
that ice bridge.
Yeah, I know. I would have been so tempted if I
What?
saw that again.
What?
Because I was looking for an ice bridge this week.
Right there.
Right there. Like
Oh
it probably
my God.
would have been totally possible too, because it
Oh, it would have been so
Yeah.
easy too, because it's so thin
You'd-
and just like a
you'd
straight
lose
shot.
video for a little bit, but like you just have to hold straight and then go up after a couple of seconds. And then,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I wish if I was flying
Oh.
with like some awesome freestyle person that would have tons of guts. So like someone who's really good at freestyle could power loop that.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I've never seen any footage of anybody doing something like that, like power looping an ice bridge with their 5-inch quad like flying way out somewhere.
Yeah. I think I saw Beans once do he did a quick power loop over his the power lines a kilometer or two out. And that was
Oh, yeah.
nerve-wracking. But never this far or this high.
A couple of times I've thought about power looping a bridge, but just if I don't make it, it costs me the quad for that one shot, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, this is in Florida, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's why
So
it's all
outside
melted so
Tallahassee.
much.
Yeah.
Lambo says, wow, that 10-second twitch, if there was a meteor impact, I'd want to know, you know? Interesting. I'm so confused.
Maybe he's talking about the lag between the two.
Yeah, maybe. We're not done yet.
No, this is my favorite part.
You turn around.
It's my favorite part, too. I need to
don't
go
know.
grab another beer. I'll be right back.
The only sign of life on
Yeah.
this whole mountain. I'm pretty
my
sure
video's way
they just
behind.
take a helicopter to get here and do this work on this tower.
What is it, a
Like that.
weather tower or something like that, I think I
Yeah.
saw?
Yeah, I doubt they hike up here, right?
Yeah, I know.
You can see there's a bunch of like tools left on the ground and stuff. It looks like I think there was a pile of batteries down on the ground or something.
Oh yeah.
Florida looks
Yeah,
nice
nobody's
indeed.
gonna come here and steal this stuff. You can just leave your tools out.
This is crazy.
And you just you got to orbit it, right? Like it's a giant tower at the top of a mountain, and I don't realize when I'm orbiting it, but that thing's pretty big. Like it has a door in it, and the door only goes like a third or a quarter of the way up it. Like it's probably 25 feet tall and like 5 feet across.
Huh.
That's what messes with me flying long range all the time is perspective, not realizing how big or small something is. Like, is that really big and I'm going slow, or are these?
Yeah.
Is this small stuff that just looks big and I'm going fast, or like it's?
Yeah.
Oh, they're massive. They're massive in comparison to what you see. I'm sure of it. Like all those big rocks too, like be gnarly.
Yeah,
You're,
it's really hard to get scale.
You're not getting gravel up there. I mean, a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like big rock up there, man.
Somewhere around here, just a little past here, is where that snow tunnel that I show at the end was.
Is everyone here
Oh
very
yeah,
stoned?
I think it was around here. It was around there somewhere.
That would be a great spot for my FPV skis that I'm designing. Totally like
skis?
skim these snowbanks. Oh, man.
Yeah, or at the top, there's just that big, wide open, flat, rolling down section that.
Yeah.
But the only problem is it gets in, like when it's warm, it gets all these little sort of dimples, like the top of like the outside of a golf ball.
Ice bridge.
Ice
bridge.
Yeah, but those ones, there's no line of sight. That's why I'm so high in the air, because there's no video down there.
You'd have to
'Cause
like
it
memorize
flattens
it. Yeah.
It flattens out there, so you can't. You need to be up on the incline to keep your video.
You have a goggle DVR of this?
Yeah. I put it up on my Patreon page. I put up an uncut goggle DVR, like along with the video thing.
Hell yeah.
I'm just curious what you're dealing with. 'Cause I'm sitting here looking at all this beautiful footage, thinking, "Oh, you got great video." No worries.
No, I had solid
Just keep
video the
going.
whole time. Barely a flicker.
Good.
Yeah, even flying in the ice cracks, I was kind of surprised. I don't think I ever even got like a,
I don't know if you could do
Bad.
it with a Mavic Air, Andrew, but you could try.
Yeah.
You have to be a heck of a pilot.
Yeah.
Because it's.
And
Well,
turn off,
I don't know though, because
You don't have to be a heck of a pilot. 'Cause
the
it's a Mavic
delay.
Air.
No, what do you call it? The delay. I can't remember what it's the word for it, but the delay between what you're seeing and your
Oh,
sticking
latency,
back to
really?
the drone. Yeah. The latency on a Mavic Air is like quintuple what it is on like the DJI O3 system or something. It's significantly more. It's like 120 milliseconds or something instead of 20 milliseconds.
Right.
Is this your battery giving up, or were you just lost?
Nope. You just come in for
No, it's just me
cruise.
coming in slowly for the landing because there's
Flight there, I was,
I'm basically sitting on a big sloped rock, so there's just like a little pocket of flat space where I can land. Otherwise, my quad will just roll down the hill.
nice cracks like that.
Yeah.
They're just bouncing off one of those.
That's why I actually cut it there, because the rest of it was Aaron like going over and waving, land here, land here. It just looked kind of weird. It was like, I'm supposed to be a pretty good pilot, but like someone's got to like point where to land. But yeah, if you land in the wrong spot, your quad's rolling.
Because you were literally landing on like right by your feet, kind of, not like
Yeah.
way down on the trail.
Yeah, when I did those flights there the week before with Marcel, the friend that he is, literally took the shirt off his back for his friend and waved his shirt in the air so I could spot the landing zone.
Brilliant.
Later, I found another
This is the.
I could
Andrew's asking about the
have just
range.
flown through it right there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I chickened out.
That one was amazing.
I was not ready for what happened.
FalconRad, Andrew's asking about the range on your drone. What's your
For another time.
farthest out you've been? You're not here like 8 or 9 kilometers?
The most I've been was, I think, 8.5 or something like that.
Wow.
Crazy.
But it's.
What do you think
I
you
mean,
can do?
your range is kind of. I know I was going to say it's really determined by your battery, but now that I made a quad that flew for 45 minutes or 37 minutes or whatever, it's almost 40 minutes. It's yeah, I know. I guess it's going to be your video, but you should be able to get. I mean, on 800 milliwatts, you should be able to get 15 kilometers with good antennas.
Wow.
At least 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is that what you're going to do this summer for us? You're going to do a 12 for us?
No, I don't think I want to do any more like crazy pushing the numbers kind of things. It's probably not not a good idea to be doing that too much for YouTube and the whole long range rules things.
All right, we got the beans.
You guys just hanging out in the Discord, huh?
Yeah, bro. It's free.
That's right, Mr.
See what you're up
Beans.
to.
It's free, but it's a little awkward. But we're working with it and figuring it out.
So let me pop out the chat.
That's what she
Where's, like-
said.
Really? She said that?
I don't know what that means.
Pop out the chat. Yeah, is that what these kids are doing these days?
That's what they do.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know how to switch.
Yeah, wow, Andrew. Yeah, 8 kilometers. Wow, exactly.
6.2, I think, is my personal best.
Nice.
Ah, you ain't got nothing.
I know.
You're cool, but you're no
if you're-
Falconrad.
If you got like good solid signal at 6.2, then I mean you can probably go way further than that. It's all about the line of sight and whether you got a hill big enough to let you see that far or whatever.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
the battery
Yeah.
pack situation for me
Oh,
because I was
batteries,
doing
yeah.
that hexacopter, the Hexplorer, and it's only gonna get
Oh, yeah.
like maybe 100, maybe like 120 miles per kilometer. So
Oh yeah,
like I
that's
could
what my
go maybe like
that's what my
13 kilometers.
my Rad Scout was doing about 120.
Yeah, my
You're doing
new
Well, that's on
DJI
six
too, though, right,
5.
Brandon?
That's on
What's that?
6S though.
Brandon's doing DJI too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I just do the
Oh, there's-
Vistas, and then I have
there's
the
a-
O3 for my LR5.
There's a quarter of your battery right there for the O3 just running the video.
Yeah.
The
Run its own
Um,
success battery.
The LR5 that I just built though is able to cruise like well under 100 miles per kilometer. So I'm able to
Oh yeah, nice.
rip
Yeah.
like really fast at 100 kilometers per hour. I mean 100 miles per kilometer.
Yeah.
And then on like a 650 or 720 mile 6S, I can go out like 2 to 3 kilometers and then come right back.
Right.
Like
Nice.
still do some freestyle and stuff. And I could be done in like, and it does it in a minute too. So like a kilometer per minute, 100 miles per kilometer. So it makes like all of that kind of math really easy.
Mhm.
So you can fly pretty fast with it too, then, because
Yeah, it's a super fast
yeah.
cruiser for a little 5-inch.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But that's what I found with when I made that really light one. That like, you don't really need big motors. You just need to make your quad super light, then it'll go fast.
Exactly. The 5-inch is 350 all up with a 100-gram pack. So I could use like a 4S
Oh yeah.
1100, or I could use a 6S 720, or I could throw on a 4S like a 200-gram pack, like a 4S 18650.
And you don't even
like
need
20 minutes.
And you don't even need like high C batteries too, right? Like you can get the
No.
lighter like 60C batteries or whatever.
Yeah, the 6S pack that I'm using has the thinnest wire I've ever seen on a like on an XT30 lead. It's almost like
Mhm.
comical small. But it works fine.
Well, 6S on XT30 is pushing it, isn't it?
No, it's not the
this thing is-
voltage.
It's the current. Yeah, this
amperage.
thing is barely sipping amps.
Yeah.
So
But if you were running like a crazy, freestyle basher, you wouldn't want skinny wires like that. You'd smoke
No,
them,
you
wouldn't you?
you wouldn't want to ever do. You wouldn't ever want to do XT30 on a 5-inch. Like almost.
Yeah, that's what I
like,
mean. Yeah.
unheard of.
Yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
build that I created.
Yeah, the
It
amp
works
draw
well.
is too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I keep my efficiency now on my long range rigs. Do you look at that metric?
Oh yeah, that's one of the things
Oh.
I look at the most is the mAh per kilometer.
Mm.
I used to just pay attention to my
Good night, Bob.
Hey, good
real-time
night, Bob.
amps. Hey, get that dog out of here. Hi, sweetie. I'm watching my in-laws puppy this week. I think they're going out of town or something. Does she,
Oh no,
is
keep
she
him on.
outside?
Put him on camera.
Sounds like a puppy.
I don't have my camera. I don't have my streaming set up.
It's funny.
People need dogs. Dogs get likes, man. Dogs and babies.
Friggin' A.
They would dishonor themselves punching out.
Well, while we got Brandon on here, I don't know if that's a little selfish of me, but I'm thinking maybe I should just ask a couple tips about tuning 7-inch quads.
That's fine. Go ahead, shoot.
I don't know
Like
what would
fucking
just be
Yeah,
like
go for it.
I don't know, some like the main basic starting points. I guess from like the main place I always start is just cranking everything up, like sticking the master slider up to 1.4 or something and starting from there.
Yeah. Well, that's not what I would do. But I mean,
Well,
what I would do is first
Good reply.
get my RC preset how I want. So I'd get like an RC filter preset. Choose, if it's 150 hertz, choose the 150 hertz preset, and then choose cinematic for long range. I almost never choose the ultra cinematic option on those presets. It's really delayed feeling.
oh, I didn't
And
know they
then,
actually had presets for that.
dude, you got it. Like, I mean, you're using Crossfire, so it's not as important. But if you're using anything faster than 150 hertz, you really have to use a filter, a specific filter. Come on.
Oh, that just the
What?
what's that thing called, the 2 or 3 point averaging thing or something like that?
Dude, there's so many things. So there's the
Okay, I thought it was
feed
just
forward
that
filter
one.
settings. There's also RC filter settings. So
Oh, okay.
when
So
you
it-
choose an RC link
Okay.
preset,
Aaron,
it's applying both RC filters and it's also going to be applying, which is just like a PT3 on your RC input. Because the RC input would just be, it's so blocky without filtering. So it has to be filtered. And then it's also going to apply some filters settings to and smoothing settings to your feed forward system, because Betaflight 4.3 and up has the new feed forward system, which is incredibly sensitive to changes in your RC signal. So you have to use that. So you can set it all up manually, but it's a big pain in the butt. There's so many different options. It's just way easier just to use an RC preset. So first and foremost, when I
Okay.
have a new drone or I'm helping a client, I will get them onto an RC preset, and then we'll choose the appropriate flight style for their preference. So that goes race, freestyle, HD freestyle, and cinematic and ultra cinematic. So I'll choose race for my tiny little nanos, and I'll choose HD freestyle for all of my freestyle drones. I almost never choose just the regular freestyle. It's too blocky for me. And then for cinematic stuff, I'll choose the cinematic option, but never the ultra cinematic. It's too slow for me. So then once I have the RC preset, you check the logs and make sure that there's nothing going on crazy with your RC inputs. You always got to check your inputs, because it's a computer that only runs off of 2 inputs to the system. You got your RC and your gyro sensor. That's it. Everything is done with that. And then, so we check that first input. That's your RC, and we've filtered that, and then we move on to the gyro. And I would usually I throw on a preset again right then and there. So I'll throw on either a normal with RPM filtering preset, clean with RPM filtering preset, or noisy. For a 7-inch, you might want to start with the noisy preset, which puts some heavier filters down. It's called noisy with RPM filtering preset. And then we can always fine tune that in the subsequent step, which is what I'll do. So I'll have the client go out and get the log using stock PIDs on the preset for the filter that
hey,
I'm
Jim Stroning.
assuming is going to work. And then they'll go get a 90-second log with all throttle range. Flips and rolls are fine, but it's not really necessary for the step. And no prop wash. I don't want prop wash almost ever for my logs because of the way I gather statistics and my shortcuts that I use. It just makes it easier. And then I will then look at how the filter response was for the frame using black box, which I'm not sure how much you guys know about black box filter analysis, but you like pull up the green stuff and the red and black charts, and you look at all the lines, and and then you put the filters down where they need to go to try to quell the resonance and motor vibrations and
Anger.
whatnot. So we'll make some fine tune adjustments to that filter preset. We'll try to squeeze out some extra performance by lifting the cutoffs if we can. You know, or we'll add more filters or something if it's worse. Whatever. We gotta do that first before I do anything with the sliders and the PID sliders. In my opinion.
Okay.
So now all of this is assuming it's flyable on stock PIDs. Okay. If it's like oscillating and shaking and stuff like that, then yes, you should, assuming it's not just like buzzing because of like some vibrations getting through and not getting filtered properly. But if it's just like wobbly, it's too wobbly to fly, then yeah, we might need to increase the master maybe. But typically, I actually don't go for the master. I won't ever touch the master until I run out of sliders on the top two
Oh,
sliders.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just use
So-
them instead of the master. You just
Yeah,
bring
top
everything
3
up.
sliders are the master. So
Yeah,
if you just
yeah.
move those top 3 sliders, it's just the master. So what I'll do is I do the D-first method. So first and foremost, let's make sure it's not oscillating from too high of tracking. So like a 6S 5-inch with WASP major motors and 5.1-inch props is going to oscillate on stock PIDs. Okay, it's going to be like, whoa, and it's not going to be flying right. We actually have to turn down the damping and the tracking slightly on that particular build. You know which motors those are? They're like the most powerful 5-inch
Yeah,
motors right now.
yeah, they're really powerful motors on a light quad.
Exactly. So I've helped 2 pilots with that build so far, and it's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got to turn it down. But assuming that's not the case, then what we do is we jump into the D-first tuning strategy, which is my favorite method.
Now with tuning the D and filters like that, part of what I always worry about is say hitting a branch and getting a bent prop and then my motor's getting too hot.
Yeah, that's
or something
easy
like
enough
that
to-
because I can with I tend to make fairly stiff frames. Like when I was chatting to Chris once, he said I actually flew my 7-inch on like more extreme filter settings than he flew his 5-inch on.
Yeah, that could
But
get
then
you into
I hit a
trouble
tree.
if you.
I hit a tree and melted 2 motors though.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you could not hit a tree, or you just make sure that your D-term filter settings don't go too high. It's really all in the D-term filter.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can also just make sure that when you're doing the first step in the D-first method, that you don't crank that D-term so high that your noise floor, your noise. Do you know what I'm talking about with the noise when I'm referring to noise floor? So
yeah,
as you increase D-term, your noise floor will inherently increase, right? And we've got filters. Okay, we've got filters to address that, but the filters can only go so low. We don't like to filter. What's up?
This is something I really wanted to ask you about actually, because that's like what you were just talking about there with the D-term introducing more noise. So you can actually have your black box log look much more noisy and worse with a bad tune, right? Compared to a good tune that'll kind of get rid of a bunch of the bouncing around that the quad's doing, basically.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of tuning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but
yeah, you can go too far, right?
in the first step of PID tuning, I'm pushing up the damping slider. It's the first slider, and I'm just pushing it up until I hear the motor is making more noise, pretty much. And if you look at the logs, you'll notice that the after the gyro filters, that the noise floor will be stepping up and stepping up and stepping up with each subsequent increase in your damping slider. Mm-hmm. And you're going to get to a point where enough is enough. And that's up to you to make that call, I guess. I mean, if it's a freestyle quad, people will tend to want to push that to the point of, they want the motors to basically almost be oscillating. They want the tune to be almost on the edge of freaking out. And that usually gives you better performance. But like you said, you hit something, if your D-term filters are too high and your D value is really high, then it might burn up a motor or something like that. But we can just not tune up D as high during that first step. And then when we move on to the subsequent steps, we're going to move the tracking in to balance that D that we have basically just set. Yeah. And then so.
Oh, I see. And then you adjust the P and the tracking, like just until it's strong enough that just until it controls the amount of D that you found you can be comfortable at.
It's more like the D is going to be, there's more damping than you need, but then you push tracking up into that damping. And when you push tracking further than your filter delay or frame resonance or frame delay, basically like your loop delay, it will kind of like, you'll start to get that P-term oscillation, which is smooth sinusoidal overshoots. In the logs, it looks like something that's ranging from like 50 hertz to 80 hertz. It's usually like
okay.
peak.
Welcome,
And
Headfog.
it's underneath the D-term cutoffs. And that's what I keep talking about, the D-term cutoffs and the noise floor there, because we can put the filters in, but we can't filter below like 100 hertz about. So if you have any kind of noise that pops up between your movement band, which is like 0 to 10 hertz, and 100 hertz, the only recourse you have is to fiddle with the PIDs. You can't do anything with filters. So if you have your noise floor, like a diffused noise floor, you got to lower damping. If your noise floor is nice and quiet, you can raise damping. You can push it further. And then you move down to the next slider, you move to tracking, and you just push that up until you start to get resonance, which it looks like resonance. It's actually just oscillations from the PID loop pushing too hard for the delay that's in the loop. And then you just back it off. And then you move on to feed forward, which is the last slider in the row or in the column. And then you just push it up until your D term, your P term trace is dominated by the feed forward trace, but not flipping to the other side on full stick rotations. That's a lot of words.
You made it sound pretty simple. Compared
What was that one?
Compared to how I've heard it described sometimes. Like sometimes it sounds so much more complicated than that, but people are basically saying the same thing, like as he's trying to get across. But that's actually a really good explanation of it.
I do this stuff every day. I worked with 3 pilots today. And yesterday was so busy. Yesterday I had like 8 pilots that I was working with. It was crazy.
Oh, and you can tell you've got a lot of practice talking about it. So.
Yeah, of course. I have like my notepad right here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pilots and their notes for their drones.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been busy.
What was that term you used? Smooth sinusoidal.
Sinusoidal overshoots.
Yeah.
That's the name of my new band.
What does
sinusoidal overshoots?
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
It means like vibrations, right?
Type of wave, right? Yeah.
Like a sine wave, right? So
up.
Periodic, any kind of periodic oscillation assumes the form of a sine wave. Okay.
Right.
It's nice and smooth, just woo, 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 woo. Not like noise, not like static.
Yeah.
Right.
We're talking about like, like a nice even oscillation. I kind of actually modulated it. I actually did 2 periodic oscillations over each other.
Whoa.
Which you would create that beat oscillation. But
you
whatever.
You're on the OnlyFans page for that kind of stuff there.
ASMR.
I know. Yeah.
So
you need to put out an album of people's logs.
Different kinds of oscillations that people talk about when tuning drones. There's the D term oscillations. There's the P term oscillations. Do you guys know what the difference is?
No,
I think I can tell the difference.
Just barely. Just barely.
If anything you're talking about.
D term oscillations are just the staticky noise, and when you look at it in your logs, it's just kind of, it's not regular. Like you can't measure from peak to peak of these oscillations and be like, oh, this is exactly the same. It's it's not periodic. It's irregular.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a P-term oscillation will be periodic. You can measure from peak to peak, and it's always going to be consistent. And the curves on these overshoots, these oscillations on the traces are going to be nice and smooth. And that's how you know that it's a P-term that's causing it. And then in the extreme cases, I-term can oscillate, but it looks just like P-term in terms of it's nice and smooth, but the giveaway is that you'll see I-term actually moving. Like if you look at the traces, you'll see that I-term is actually adding to the sum. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So most of what I'm doing after I get my pilot's filters set up is I'm just pushing the sliders up from the top down until I look for oscillations, and then we back it off. And then sometimes we do those expert sliders where you have the pitch damping and pitch tracking to kind of like balance your pitch and roll axes, because sometimes like weird shaped drones will be, you know, if you want to fine tune them really nicely, you have to actually focus on the pitch separately.
Yeah, for mine I definitely need to increase the pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Having the GoPro so far out front and such a long top plate with big batteries, it really spreads the weight out in the pitch axis.
Try not to think too much about what you think tune should do. That's what I always try to tell myself. Like,
Okay.
don't get caught up in this should be like this because of this. You don't think that way. Clear your mind and look at the data and trust what the data is telling you. That's what I always tell myself. Because if I catch myself getting hung up in the, oh, this is a Cinewhoop, this should be like this. Yeah, there's certain trends that you'll notice, but honestly, sometimes you'll get a curveball thrown at you, and as long as I'm just trusting my intuition and my rules that I've set out, just look at the data and read the data how I read it every single time, and just follow my heart, you know, then it works. It usually works out. So that's my advice. Like, I hear you saying like, oh, I need more here. Just trust the data, really. And if you need help or if you have any questions, go ahead and just DM me with your log and I'll take a look at it. I don't care. Easy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hit you up for helping me with
or you could even
maybe tuning this new frame.
Post it in our Discord here, and then just tag me, and then like I can like kind of show everybody what I see.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I like teaching.
He just
Ben
likes
is the
using the
man.
big words too.
Yeah.
I'm college educated. I got a degree in physics.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Oh,
I
nice.
know.
That's how I
He's
know
the
how
smart
to do
one.
this stuff a little bit.
You're not just a celebrity like last week.
I was a
Well,
celebrity
he's still a
last week.
celebrity.
Remember, or no, last week, the week before, when we had you on and you had that picture with some other celebrity dude. That's where I caught that picture from the screenshot from today.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway.
I can't remember. I don't know. Is that must be some Canadian celebrity, right?
No, it was
Hey, Marcel.
actor from Alien, I think. What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, you look like Tom Skerritt.
Tom Skerritt,
I was
that
gonna
was
say,
it.
can you drop the Discord link in the
Yes,
YouTube
I
chat?
can do it right now.
I did. It's in the
Logan
YouTube
was
chat.
asking about.
It is in the
Oh,
YouTube
okay.
chat.
I
Just
got it in here.
Scroll up.
I got to step away for a minute here.
For
No worries.
customer
take a break.
convenience.
As
There
you
it
guys
is.
might see on the description, I forgot to mention it, but there is a giveaway tonight.
Ooh.
So we've been on an hour, so another half hour now. I'm going to announce kind of what's going on with that. I'm just going to make sure that all the things are in line, maybe even a little bit sooner than that. So if you guys want to share out the stream, get more people in, I'm giving away a Rotorvillage giveaway. So they've got a bunch of stuff that they're giving away. One is a frame, and the other is a discount coupon code type thing. So and it's good money. So if you guys want to jump in and buy some really cool products from Rotorvillage, yeah,
Cool.
share out the stream. We're gonna get some people in here and then hype it up, and we'll get some videos playing right now from you guys. Got one here.
Have you flown that Mopax? Have you flown that Mopax frame yet?
I haven't mained it yet. I've been getting it working properly. For some reason, I wanted to put in the Mamba alt. Well, for some reason it won't work. But I put this Ultra Mamba 1 watt VTX in it, and like brand new, and it doesn't work. Like I've tried powering it up so many different ways, and like nothing even wants to do anything. And I even took it apart to take a look at it. It's pretty easy to take it apart, but nothing lights up, nothing goes. So it's pretty much dead on arrival.
You got a dev, did you?
Yeah. So I ended up throwing on an old race 5G8 from Crossfire, and I'm just gonna use that, But I do want to use it for like a longer range type 5-inch setup. But
Cool.
we'll see. Definitely, that's kind of the purpose for it. But it is a very
Looks
nice
like a cool
basher
frame.
type drone as well. Yeah, it is nice. What frame is it again? Oh, he's asking Lambo that question. Happens to me all the time.
Night Train is not tuned to quad in ears. Just fly him. The flying is just good, man. You build a good build, and stock honestly usually flies pretty good for most people.
Yep, totally, exactly.
I always like it when I build something. I always like it when I have a new build and I go fly, and I'm like, holy crap, it flies great on stock. It's like, yes.
It's
just
nice.
not always realistic.
But yeah, I ended up putting on a little bit of a tune change on my 5-inch that I had flying really nice, and I ended up cooking one of the motors. Like literally, like one of the motors died on me on number 1 motor. Like totally friggin' burnt on me. I was like, fuck. Back to the fucking drawing board. I reset it up, and that's kind of the guts from that.
Could you hear it?
Back to Brandon Bean's office.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta train yourself to hear that sound. It's like either the flutter or the D-term grind.
Yeah, I don't know, because it was
if you make
flying
a change,
nice.
You'll hear it.
It was super flying nice for like days, and then I took it out to the field, and all of a sudden it just stopped. Like it wasn't even like a change in sound that I noticed, because it flew nice, it flew great, and then all of a sudden it just like died, just like
bummer.
Yeah. Luckily I had a spare motor here, so I just swapped it and then put all the guts onto this Mopax frame from Rotorvillage. And this is the frame that I'm going to be giving away tonight. They're giving away, so you'll be getting it from them. But this is the Rotorvillage Mopax 5-inch frame.
It kind of looks like AOS inspired.
Very much so, yeah.
Definitely, if you haven't before, check out Rotorvillage. They got a lot of good stuff here in Canada. It's a good place to go. I'm waiting on some props and some batteries from them.
That's
I
what
just
you're
spent
giving
my
away.
paycheck.
I just won a 5-inch frame in a giveaway from GemFan. GemFan and Woodchuck FPV. Woodchuck FPV does custom CNC milling in USA, and they do really good milling. The carbon looks really good too, but the frame is the Wasp frame, and it's the Wasp series he's had for like 2 or 3 years, I think now. And they even have like a full 5-inch hexacopter frame on this platform. But I got the 03 5-inch freestyle Wasp, and that's what I'm going to work on next. I got a stack lined up from a buddy down in SoCal who's got an extra for me, and I got a buddy sending me a whole bunch of eco motors that he's not using.
Conrad, welcome back. I don't know if you heard, but I'm giving away this frame tonight. This is a 5-inch frame from Rotorvillage. So I know you've been wanting to put together a 5-inch frame drone, so maybe this would be your opportunity to jump in the giveaway. Everyone's always welcome to jump on these giveaways, so no matter if you're in the panel or not, you guys are always welcome to hit that up. We're going to do that around 8:30. We're just waiting on some more people to come in. Itchy Sack, thanks for popping in. And yeah, if we can get more people to jump in here, guys, that'd be awesome. Share it out. Make more people into the stream. And then there's also a coupon code which I have custom for me to give away. I don't even know any real details about it. I think it's 20%. I don't know if it's money. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to actually.
Is
go
it to the
back.
Rotorvillage? Is that the
Yeah,
code?
it's the Rotorvillage. Yeah.
It's not too far from you, actually, Mr. Beans.
Yeah,
Just
it's,
north of you.
it's not that bad.
Right over the border, though. I mean, no biggie.
Did
Stuff comes from Canada
Did
pretty
you-
quick. Honestly, it only takes like a week.
you know that the southern tip of Ontario is farther south than the northern border of California?
Say that again.
The southern tip of Ontario is farther south than the northern border of California.
Oh, that's kind of wonky,
Little
isn't it?
geography to blow your mind there. Yeah,
Hey, you remember-
you think that you guys are way down there.
That reminds me of the thing. What was that? I can't remember who sung the song, but with the lyrics, "Born in South Detroit."
Oh, yeah.
Isn't South Detroit is like Windsor, Ontario, or something?
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Okay, guys, so we're just gonna throw some videos on here while we hang out and chat. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I have the coupon code ready. All I know is the code for it. I don't have information of what he said it was for. So, but yeah, that's secondary prize anyway, and the secondary prize is technically more for U.S. than Canada. So the shipping, the coupon code is for U.S. and the frame is for Canada. Because I asked for 2 different prizes for different areas. So we'll see. No, actually, sorry, that was a lie. That's backwards. It's backwards. The shipping thing is for, yeah, I just read it again. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. The frame is open.
Oh, so the Americans get to win the frame?
The frame is open to the frame is open to everybody, and the coupon code is for U.S. only. My apologies. Trying to find out where the freaking videos. Oh, it's over here. Why? God, man, that took forever.
Oh, this is the Mountain Ridge line thing or whatever.
Sorry to be confusing. Coupon code is for U.S. only, but the frame is open to everybody. Where the hell? Oh man. I don't know if
Night Train is asking me, is there a good basic tune for a 6-inch that works good for a starting point? This new beta flight is confusing to old pilots that don't keep up. Well, I don't know. Let me take a look.
Hey now.
Let me see if I can help you right now here on the stream. Let me see what I can do. I've tuned up a 6-inch last year. 6-inch is not that popular of a size. It's kind of a...
No, it's not
used
that
to be more popular. Used to be more popular. Now kind of fallen to the wayside. But
sure it is.
What did he have? He has, my buddy here in town has a rooster, chameleon rooster. It's got 6-inch props on it. I'm opening up Betaflight right now. I might as well just cast my stream. I wonder if I can do that.
Welcome in, Fly High FPV, Blizzard FPV. Welcome in, guys. Another 15 minutes or so, we're gonna run the giveaway for a frame, as well as someone else is sharing a screen. That's screwing up my Discord.
Me.
That's screwing up my Discord.
Is it screwed up your Discord?
I'm sure.
So you want me to stop it? I'll stop it.
It's all good.
It's gone.
We can't see it anyway.
So I'm just looking for presets right now. So like I'm just trying to think of like I thought that Superfly had one, and I know UAV Tech has one. So a lot of times, who am I talking to? Who am I addressing? It's Night Train. The Night Train. A lot like I do this professionally. I guess you call me professional. I mean, I'm kind of professional, but a lot of what I do is I don't want to waste a lot of time because I want to get my pilots in and out as quickly as possible because my time, like I gotta fit as many people as possible. Their time is valuable and they don't want to pay me a lot of money. So I want to do this like as quick as possible. So a lot of what I'm doing is just basing off of presets to kind of get me like in the ballpark, and then I will fine tune from there. And it sounds like that's kind of what you're asking. So I already listed out the first things that I do, and that's the RC preset. So assuming like we're using, let's say we're using Crossfire. first thing with Crossfire is you want to lock it to 50 hertz with the new Betaflight. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you can Google that, or you can hop onto our Discord and ping me, and I can help you with that. But you use the Betaflight. Use the Crossfire Lua, or you use the Agent Light Lua to connect to the Nano XF while your drone is on and you're bound and connected to it. And then you go in and change the RF profile to 50 hertz. And then you save that. And then you go over to Betaflight and you search for the 50 hertz Crossfire preset. And it's.
Can I just interject for a moment?
Oh, what's up?
Who's flying here?
FalconRad.
Marcel?
FalconRad.
This is FalconRad. This is nice.
It is really
I like
pretty.
that little split S down into
I always love ripping
for
down the
that.
road when you get a nice, good open bit of road you can fly down.
Actually, Conrad's very dangerous to fly with. He almost hit his friggin' truck last time I was flying with him. He was flying so fast at it. Like, literally on purpose, too.
There's so many
Low
Oh
and
yeah,
fast
I
is fun.
flew like
though,
right at it and did a backflip over the truck, and it
Yeah.
was it was a little bit scary.
That was badass, though.
You don't want to hit yourself doing 90 kilometers an hour with a 1 kilogram drone.
No.
Or hitting the truck,
No.
too.
the humps and hills and stuff. And, but yeah, got all the way up to the very pointy top. there,
Gorgeous.
And then
So,
flew up and
getting back to
down the,
Night Train,
ridge line.
I was addressing you about the 6-inch.
I wanted to
So,
dive down.
that said, a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, oftentimes, if you go and grab a tuning preset for your drone, like a filter or a PID tuning preset, it will throw in the RC filtering stuff and will ask you. But not all of them do that. So, for instance, I'm searching for 6-inch presets in here, and UAV Tech, that's Mark Spatz, he has one. And if I'm looking at the options, I really should share. I don't know if you want to actually share my window or not, but I'm just gonna leave it up to you. And then, so if I choose Mark Spatz UAV Tech 6-inch preset, in here I have options for my build quality. But I don't have any options for my RC setting. Okay. Now I've been told that this preset is a little spicy for some 7-inchers. So,
I see.
but you can choose if it comes out kind of spicy, just check this low build quality one instead of the medium build quality. If it's really stiff, you can choose the high build quality. Then you choose your ESC preset or ESC settings for it. But Superfly has one too.
Nope,
And
can't see it.
Superfly is a Betaflight dev, and Superfly makes really good presets. I almost always use Superfly's presets, and Superfly's preset has the Crossfire presets in there and the Express LRS presets in there. So if you just start with Superfly's preset, you don't even need to do that RC preset thing, but you still need to go into Crossfire and lock it to 50 hertz because I'm telling you, you got to do it. And then so here's what I would do if I was working with you is I would just get the Superfly FPV Freestyle 6-inch preset, and I would click in here and I'd choose with HD cam and choose RPM filtering if I had BL Heli 32, and then I would choose 50 hertz locked if I was on Crossfire, or I would go to with my setup with Express LRS, I would choose the Crossfire 150 hertz locked because I'm actually using 150 hertz Express LRS. And then if you wanted to, you could choose the smooth fast rates, I think are the ones that I like from Superfly. And then I would just pick that, and then I would apply that. I'm gonna go take a look at these PIDs. I trust his presets. They start out pretty conservative.
Yeah.
Then I would just
Make your
go
life easy to it.
yeah. I would just go get a log just with that, and then see how it is. If it's and then you can take the log and you can share it with an expert tuner, either me or somebody in the Betaflight Discord. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it won't show the video on Discord for me because I'm doing too much, I guess, probably processing too much over here. It just scrolls out, but that's cool, Cabo, man. It's awesome. Super cool. Fuck yeah. Well, we got a couple more videos we're just gonna play in the background. This one's from Valley FPV. Another badass pilot from
Oh
the
yeah,
US, older dude, and has been ripping for a long time.
he's just south of us.
Yeah.
He's near you guys.
Barely.
He's commented on many videos. Yeah.
Same.
I've seen a bunch of comments from him.
What's his name?
Valley FPV.
Yeah.
Probably.
Naked Black Magic Pocket Cinema 4K.
Oh yeah, he's flying with a Black Magic camera doing this stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is cool. He always has his buddy spotter. It's a really cool video.
Everybody, Mike here. Thanks for watching. We're going flying again today.
Oh man, that'll be so fun.
It's been a while, but we're going to go
Oh, it's nice when I like when you get those ridge lines like that, the pointy.
at mountain.
Pointy.
2.5 miles away.
Is that guy aiming his antennas?
Yeah.
And the wind's starting to blow, so we gotta beat the weather.
Yeah,
here.
that's his
We're
ground
flying
station, bro.
naked
Is that even necessary?
cinema.
Oh man, it's hardcore
Uh,
necessary.
I mean, it makes it easier for the pilot, 'cause as long as your co-pilot knows where you are, because then you don't have to worry about tilting your head and looking away and stuff like that.
How far is he going though?
TX receiver
Not that far.
adapted
Okay.
some extra pig
4
caps,
kilometers, I think you said.
stock
You could do
patches,
that with
and
Omnis.
I've got two
You could do that with the
high-speed
Omnis on your
Yeah, but
goggles.
with the Black Magic camera, do you want to?
plus a couple
Oh,
of
well, I mean, if you have working rescue, I guess. I didn't. I
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
mean,
Yeah,
with-
he's-
With this setup that he's got, you should be able to do like
Dude, dinner plates. What
12
the
or
heck?
15 kilometers.
my goggles as well.
yeah, pretty cool.
Station.
Oh, is that the digital?
Yeah, it's a walk snail, right? I mean, not a walk snail. It's
Mm.
a HD0. I mean,
Flying.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the VTX, the standalone VTX.
Yeah, I've seen that thing before on online. I've thought about buying it. It's not that expensive. Be pretty badass.
You should see a red light now.
I got a red light.
You got a red
The
light.
RX.
Okay.
Well, I got a
Brandon said
DJI
too.
question for Brandon here.
Comb distance.
What happens if I fly behind a mountain and my video signal gets lost? What's DJI gonna do? Does it just like
Okay, now we're
It's gonna like
read?
slow down and then disappear, and you're gonna be black. And then after like 5 seconds, you'll see the DJI logo.
And then when I come out from behind the mountain,
6 minutes.
Okay.
It'll reconnect. Now, if it's
so
if
when I
you're-
plug
if
the
you're
quad,
far, if you're really far, and you lose your connection, it can be like 10 seconds.
because I was gonna say when I power the quad on, like it takes 8 to 10 seconds before you
Yeah.
get video in the goggles.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta
250
you gotta not.
Lose video.
Yeah, I mean, make sure your rescue's working right. You know, I mean, you know what to do. Just pop it in angle mode and blast to the
Mhm.
sky, and then flip your
Yeah.
rescue when you realize that your video's gone for good.
Pushing 2 miles.
Right?
So it is basically like I thought that's the one thing that really scares me about long
Yeah.
range with digital. That just
It
like
happens. It doesn't happen very often, but I've done it. I
Yeah.
haven't actually had to hit rescue from total blackouts in a while. Most of the time I'm able to, like, I'll see the stuttering, and I'll just like blast up real
Yeah.
high, and then like comes back. I'm like, okay, cool. I was
yeah,
like,
because I guess
too low.
it gives you that bit of warning, right? Like I notice when I'm with my analog, like if I
Yeah,
fly
if you
behind a
want to
ridge,
know,
I can tell
Okay.
that I'm behind trees, and it'll just get kind of fuzzy, and then I can tell when I went behind rock because it just suddenly like goes like almost hard snow, and you can just like barely see an outline of the mountain.
a lot of people will
Yeah.
fly with focus mode disabled, but
Yeah.
for long range on DJI, you really want to enable focus mode. You want it on, not just on auto, but actually just on.
Because you want
it'll-
to see the sides get all blocky and warn you.
Yeah, you want to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what I have it set to right now. Yeah, I really like the video on the O3. It's definitely pretty.
It's so brilliant.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
As long as you're not pointing at the sun, then it's
Oh
scary.
yeah, you've seen that too. Yeah. So at
Oh
sunset,
yeah.
coming back long range into the sunset is pretty bad.
Right.
Well, my first day that I flew it, it was partly cloudy, so there was sun behind the cloud, and you like when I point towards the sun, I just have to. It was basically like having no video.
Wow.
It's
Is
just
this washed out? I don't
everything
think
is
I saw that
black.
one.
Everything goes black because which is strange because it
Black?
has really good dynamic range. Because like I saw Bardwell did a video about this, and you can crank the brightness, and there's details and all that dark stuff. But it's doing a GoPro style rendering of it, right? Like it's not brightening the shadows and darkening the highlights and showing you everything. It's doing
Just
what you
exposing
want to
to the
do.
sky.
It's exposing for a GoPro like video, not for an FPV like video.
Right.
Yeah. So the shadows are blocking up, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're probably going to fix that in a firmware thing later on, or at least hopefully let you choose whether you want like FPV or GoPro exposure or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it has all that detail in that information.
Yeah. Just
You know-
rendering it.
The main thing
High content.
I really noticed was the O3. It's kind of like looking at this HD video here. When you have the O3, you can like look at these trees on this mountain way off at the side there, and
It's
just
so gorgeous in the goggle. Oh my gosh, you had no
Yeah.
idea. And you know that feeling when you go from analog to DJI the first time, like Vista? Like it's like that same upgrade when you go from the Vista
Wow.
to the O3 and the goggle. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
well,
my gosh.
I took so long to make the upgrade that I just went from analog to O3.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's a pretty impressive difference. But I think in the center of the screen, sure, if you really look at it and try to notice it, it looks better. But I found when I'm focusing on stuff, it's not. I don't notice that it looks that much better in the middle. What I really noticed was that when I look at the edges of the screen, I could see like everything so
Mhm.
clearly. It's like if you're trying to spot a thing that you want to go and dive, a cliff you want to go and dive, you can see it when it's half a kilometer away.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with
Yeah.
analog, you're just kind of aiming for the brown spot.
yeah.
But once I get close to something, I didn't think it really made that much of a difference having all the detail.
Yeah.
Now,
And
with the
you can
O3,
notice the difference, but
are you using the stock antenna?
no.
Okay.
No.
If you use the stock antenna, the stock V2 antennas work great. Really well. They really do. Like it will. One of the things that I've noticed about the stock V2 antennas with the stock O3 antenna is that the bit rate is very stable. As in, like, you don't get the spikes. It just stays. So as you go farther away, it starts dropping down a little bit, but you don't have it like kind of spiking and stuttering and stuff like that. It's just staying nice and solid. And then if when you get down, like I can go tree surfing and just hug the terrain a couple kilometers out, and the bit rate will drop down. Oh, put her down. Put her down. Hang on a second.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah.
We lost him.
This is really
Man, I'm
cool.
here. I'm here. I'm here.
So the bit
So
rate
yeah,
will
you can
drop.
you can drop down the bit rate to like 4 megabits per second and just
Really?
hold it there, and you still actually can see really good. It's amazing how clear the image is
Wow.
with so little data coming in.
Because it'll stay consistent to that 4 megabits. Because to me that sounds like having like trading up for a really nice circularly polarized antenna, so you're not hitting any of those dead spots in the antenna when you're changing your positioning of your quad and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really noticed. I tried the Foxeer Lollipop again a couple times, and then going back to the
Now, one of the other things
Singularity,
that
so much better.
one of the guys was, I think it was Dr. Quads, was doing some tests around the mall and where he lives in China, and he found that when he put a left-hand circular polarized and a right-hand circular polarized on the O3 air unit, and then used the stock linear antennas, he found he got probably the best performance by using that setup. Second to the stock antenna, which was
No, I
and
thought
he
I
was
heard
using
something. I thought I'd heard something somewhere that the O3 had like dual polarization or something.
It has
Maybe that was just a
dual-
misprint.
It has dual dipole orthogonal, so they're dual polarization in that they are orthogonal polarization. So Bachreiner busted it open, and you can see what
Mhm.
it looks like. It's two crosshair. It's like a crosshair basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's a dual dipole crosshair, which is kind of like a standard MIMO antenna array, a 2x2 antenna array.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Fat Pastor's here. Long time no see, buddy.
Hey, Fat
And then-
Pastor, welcome in, man. We've got a giveaway coming
I
up.
was just thinking about you the other day.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
pretty much right now.
Where is he
Just
in the
in
chat?
time.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
This guy's just searching this whole, like, checking out the whole mountainside here, eh?
Yeah, he's really giving the
Uh,
whole area a friggin' flyby. Like,
You
he's
guys-
killing it.
you guys were just talking about getting down to 4 megabits per second. I turn around at 15. I'm a chicken.
Fly High says with the OG Vista, we could get 2 pilots up on 50. But on the O3, we can fly 3 pilots on 50 and an Avatar on auto. How can you do 3 on 50 and an Avatar on auto? It could do all of that bandwidth.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
lot of bandwidth.
And does
in your
everybody
head.
still see 50 megabits in their goggle? That's
Wow.
cool.
Oh.
That's a
I just
trip.
fly on auto
Nice.
all the time.
Mhm.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
On the O3 system, you can change. You know how like you can change your channel.
I know you can change the megabit thing from what 25 to 50 or something.
25 to 50.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about multiple pilots in the air at the same time, all on 15 megabits and not knocking each other out of the sky.
I
Oh,
just
so-
leave it on.
I think.
I just leave it on auto because yeah, my friends will just plug in randomly. I never know. And by putting on auto, it will just like do a little stutter, and then like, but then you'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Friends,
Takes like
friends,
less than
real
a
friends
second.
don't plug in on friends.
So it kind of gets rid of the whole
Dude,
plugging in on.
people get
people
excited
thing.
and do crazy stuff sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it does happen.
Oh man.
All right.
Night Train. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
chickens
chatting
are-
with you later.
Right in it.
Yeah, this is a crazy dope video. And he's just surfing it the whole time at 3.3. I haven't seen it
Hey,
change
Rodney
much.
Bell.
Rodney Bell's in the chat. Welcome in, man. He keeps saying the O3 transmission is so good. I've seen that in the chat a couple times.
It
Yeah, I'm
really
looking
is,
forward
though.
to. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with it. Because I mean, again, I know it's not gonna like blast a signal through rocks, but maybe I can get like pretty far into some trees and stuff long range and still have nice video. That's what I'm hoping.
You just
Just
want to
make sure
hit
you
all
have a
those.
way out.
You just
up.
hit all those ice tunnels and everything too.
No, the ice is
Yeah, you
pretty
can
bad.
just-
I've gone like just directly behind some ice, and it's
Oh,
like
it's gonna
flying
shut you
behind a
down
rock.
right away.
Mhm.
It's like a rock
Is
because
it,
the glacial
way
ice is like
heavier than
super
a-
dense.
Vista? Is it way heavier than a Vista? Like how many
Slightly
grams
heavier. It's like I think it's like 5 grams heavier.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
that's good news.
it's not bad. It's
'Cause I've
pretty.
got a
It's lighter
good
than the
size.
I've got a
OG Ariana.
3.5 inch. I want to keep under 250, so it's got a
So,
Vista in it right now,
tweet-
and I'm under
You know
250.
Tweet
So
FPV?
I'm gonna put an 03 in it. Yeah,
Tweet FPV just made an AOS 3.5 with the O3 air unit, and it's sub 250. He's got.
yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'll check it out.
He says he only gets like 3 minutes of flight time in its configuration.
Mhm.
It looks really pretty.
What size battery is he using?
I don't know. He could use a larger battery because I think he showed me the scale and it was like 232, and I was like, oh, you could fit another 25. Wait, I can't.
Yeah, well, right now with my
15
Vista
grams.
and my 4S 900, it comes in at 271.
Oh,
And then I've got later 650 batteries coming, which will put me well under 250 and will leave me room
motors?
for 5 grams of O3. 1404 4600 kVs.
what
T
brand?
motors. T motor brands. AOS 350 35.
Yeah. Yeah, the
It's going to
weight.
be under 250. It should be with the 03 on it. If it's only 5 grams heavier, I got room. So,
I'm not building
and I'm
EX.
getting like, I got like 8 minutes flight time out of a 900. So, if he's only getting 3 minutes, I don't know what he's doing out of a 650.
I'm not sure if it's like a 650 or 450 or what the heck he's running
Yeah.
on there. I am not sure. I
Yeah.
can let me look. Well, look.
Hey
As long as
Marcel,
the specs are right on the website, I should be underweight when the battery gets here.
I gotta get
These are
going
the
pretty soon here.
650.
No problem. We're
It's
gonna do this giveaway.
242 with a 650
We're gonna do this
HV.
giveaway pretty soon here.
Huh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what mine will be.
I'll let someone else go for the
I'm gonna
giveaway.
ask him what his runtime is. He might be asleep at this hour though.
We'll keep your name in there, Falcon.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna do this giveaway now. Sorry to interrupt, but let's get this over with.
Not at all. Yeah.
Hashtag RVS in the chat, either on Twitch or
Nice.
on YouTube. Hashtag RVS. What I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna capture everyone's name that does put that in and write it in, and yeah, so we'll get you guys signed up for the giveaway tonight, and this will be for the frame, 5-inch frame. Once I capture some names here, we'll get her going, and I'll show you the build that I have done already.
What does RVS stand for?
Rotorvillage store.
Yeah.
Rotorvillage store?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if it was like
Or Rotor Villages.
Rotorvillage Systems.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
RVS,
Well, I gotta
hashtag RVS in the chat.
I gotta go in here. I need to
Okay.
go make some dinner.
Thanks for
Or
hanging out
have
with
my
us.
dinner.
Have a good day, man. It's good talking to you. Good seeing
Yeah,
you again,
nice
brother.
talking to y'all. See y'all later.
All right, bud.
Have a good night.
Ciao.
Night, buddy.
Woohoo. Big money, no whammies.
I gotta build.
Did FalconRad just
5-inch
freeze when he left?
myself. Did he freeze?
FalconRad just, oh, he's still there. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he
disconnected.
froze with his face like that.
Make sure I miss anybody here. God damn that.
I'm not even in our Discord. I'm looking at the I'm looking at what Marcel's doing over on the raffle thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
I can click.
Can I click
this.
on
We
watch
have it
stream?
here. Watch stream. Yeah, do
What
that.
if I?
Close this down. I don't know how to do it. Weird.
It makes it
I
so
was
you can see
streaming
what
and I
I'm
made
doing.
everything all weird. Remember, Marcel wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was all good.
Mentioning that.
It was just unfortunate I couldn't watch your video at all, though. It was weird.
Oh, it wasn't
didn't
really
know.
that interesting. It was just.
Oh, the delay is way better than on YouTube.
Yeah, this is
well,
better.
yeah. Per volt. Sorry, guys. This is the hardest
That
way to do
picture,
it, but...
that picture of me on Discord.
Yeah.
That I have my kids on top of me, so that's why I look like I'm straining.
Aww.
There's a strand of hair from one of the girls like going over my head. That's what's on my face, and I'm just like grunting because I'm probably in a great deal of pain.
Bummer.
It's funny. I actually don't see it large that much because it's just a little thumbnail.
I'm putting FalconRad in anyway. If anybody
Do it.
says we shouldn't, but
I don't need it. I've got this Woodchuck Wasp 03. I've got to build. I can't afford to build 2 5-inch frames. So I'm just gonna.
all right. I'm caught up on the names that I think.
I'm trying to
if anybody
get this build for
says
free
that
as
I
or
didn't
close
put
to
their
free
name
as
in, let me
possible.
know. I'm going to show you what
Do
I
it.
built with the 5-inch.
Yeah, I managed to score an old working stack F405 for free, and then some motors for free. Well, kind of free training
Ooh-wee.
shooting.
This
I like
actually
that
looks-
with the blue, Marcel.
This looks really cool with the blue, actually, right now.
Is that one of
Yeah.
the Mopacs? It is. Okay.
So this is the Mopac.
You got 2 frames, huh?
I've got
Look
like
at that crazy rear spoiler you got there.
This is my GPS on the back ass.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So 6S, GoPro Hero 10, of course, 'cause that's all I have. 6S, yep. T-Motor Pro or T-Motor Motors. They're the Pacers. Don't ask me what KV they are. 2450s actually. But yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty clean build. Hobby King, Flight Stack. It's the F7 with a 60 amp. So this thing, I was hoping to put some skis on and go flipping down some mountains and
Nice.
go ride down some slopes and
Air
stuff.
mode on a Switch.
Yeah.
What's the weight? Dry. What's the weight right there?
So I did make a video of it. I think I put the dry weight of. I don't think I saved it. I know I did like a whole video where I put the dry weight with just the frame, not the parts. And then I did weigh it. Well, I think I can still weigh it. I think it's my scale's good.
Just
enough for
kinda
me.
Yeah, I
get an
saw the
idea
video. I don't remember what it came in at.
what kind of
Yeah.
efficiency you're gonna get for cruising.
My scale is.
That's why
is
my
good.
5-inch is so light. It's ultra light 5s are nice, but they
What do you
don't
want to
take
guess it
advantage at all.
is? Take a wild guess.
4, 3,
Without the
I
battery?
don't know.
Yep.
Without the battery.
No battery?
No battery,
No
no
camera?
GoPro.
375.
450. 450.
It looks lighter, but I don't know if it's a light frame or not. What's the thickness of the carbon?
They say on the site it's like 158 or something like that, but it's definitely not. It was like with and they said with the prints on it. And I didn't do 2 of the prints on the cage. You can print like something here to make it soft, but so
Blizzard says 420. I was gonna say I think I might be revising to
Yeah.
400. I mean I don't know. You have a scale there?
473.79.
473.
Oh man, okay.
So I mean it's a chunky frame for it, but it's
I have no
think
idea what
it's
my
more-
5-inch was.
it's more like strong than it is chunky. You know what I mean? Like it's the way the arms are built
Yeah.
and the bottom plate's one single plate and everything. It's
It looks
crazy, right?
robust.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah, it looks like a good, like a strong frame.
I
Like
can't remember
what I
that.
saw. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah. All right. So I think I got everybody. I'm just gonna make sure. Scroll. That pastor. I didn't put him in. Right. Let's see.
Oh yeah, he was here.
Scroll. Anybody else wants to put into the giveaway? This is for the 5-inch frame. There will be a second giveaway for a coupon code Rotorvillage. Right after that. First Squadron, Gotcha, Barrow. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Maddie, Drone World, yeah. All right,
Dr.
Neil.
Quads. Yeah, we were talking about you.
Neil.
I
forgot
was
Neil.
blabbing about your mall test with the linear antennas and the left-right polarization on the O3 air unit.
Another scientist.
You know,
Dr.
I'm
Quads.
something of a scientist myself.
Hashtag
Indeed,
RVS in the chat if you want to get on the giveaway.
Dr.
Dr.
Beans.
Quads.
You have a gnarly rash, Dr. Quads? Oh, a gnarly crash. That's very
Oh,
different,
gnarly ride.
but
Well,
equally.
they're both pretty
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't wish it on anybody.
Dr. Quads, we're doing a giveaway for a 5-inch frame from Rotorvillage. This sucker right here. This is the RVS mold packs. If you want to jump in, hashtag RVS in the chat, and you're welcome to join us on this giveaway.
That's right. You got to hit thumbs up. You got to hit like and subscribe, and then
All the
hashtag
shit.
RVS. RVS for Rotorvillage Systems.
Systems, there it is. It's the systems of the rotor and the village.
The rash caused you to crash. Yeah, don't have a
That's the
rash
worst.
of
Hey.
You don't live in China. You're hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't live in China, does
I
he?
think he lives in China.
You said he did his
Yeah.
test at a mall in China, so
Yeah, you
What?
he's at least he's there.
He's somewhere near Shenzhen because he went to like he was talking to Tune RC
Really?
and gosh, who else were you talking to? The GPS company. I don't know, that one that you see the GPSs. They make the GPSs.
Maytech? No.
No, I don't know.
Flyboo?
He's
Flower.
you're gonna make me look it up, but Dr. Quad's probably just gonna say.
GLONASS.
What's up,
Yeah,
Tide
he,
No, I think it
Tie?
was GLONASS, right? I think that's it. No, not
Tide
GLONASS.
Tie,
That's a
hashtag
system.
RBS in the chat
I don't
if you
know.
want
Yeah,
to
I think
win the
that's
frame.
a standard. I'm just spouting.
BZGNSS.
That's the
There he
one.
is, Brother Hobby and BZGNSS. Yep.
Ah, nice. Brother Hobby's badass.
So yeah, Tune RC looks super legit. Like I love the designs of their all-in-ones, and they come with Blue Jay already flashed on there, and already
They got the
it comes with
bizzingness.
4.4 on them already. Yeah, those GPSs for Flywoo and the HDLRC is like really good too. That mini, the M10 mini, the M100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just got a couple of Flywoos in the mail, so I guess they're probably
I need
bizzingness
to get a new
chips.
GPS. My M8, I have a Flywoo M8 V2. I've got 2 of them. They work fine, but it takes like a minute to get my sats before I can like take off, and then you. Oh, hey, if anybody flying digital wants a hot tip on how to get GPS signal quickly, here it is. Don't turn on your goggles, okay? Like, or with the DJI at least. With DJI, keep your goggles off. Plug
Oh
in
yeah.
turn on your radio, plug in the drone, and look at your telemetry screen, and you'll see your satellites lock in, and they lock in so much faster because
Yeah, Danzilla.
the first time you plug in your goggles, that air unit goes into like high power mode, basically, or like it
Wow.
boots up basically.
Okay.
But if you
Interferes.
and it doesn't work if you unplug your goggles, you're like, if you plug in your goggles and you're like, oh crap, let me unplug my goggles. No, you got to unplug the drone and plug it back in. So you got to boot it up with the goggles off and leave it off, and you'll get your satellites in like a minute or a minute and a half on an M8. At least I do.
Cool. So is everybody in the draw? Have
I
you?
think
Are
we
you ready to
I think
spin
we've
the
got
wheel?
everybody. Let's just give her a go.
I just saw some
Suit
people
up.
checking and tie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they
I
wanted
think
to
everybody's in
enter, I
there.
think they would have entered. So Dr. Quads and Tides High are the only people in the chat so far that haven't done it. But if you guys want to jump in, let me know. Thanks for being a supporter of the channel otherwise and being here and hanging out with us.
Dr. Quads, what motor did they produce for you? What size was that? I saw that you had a branded motor produced.
Well, boom, here
What?
we go, guys.
How do you do that? Spin that wheel, man. Spin that wheel. Ooh, it's the tickets. I love the tickets.
All right, here we go.
There's something about the tickets. Just the child in me loves it.
You hit a power line. Hope it didn't fall on
Woohoo.
anything.
Fly high
Oh,
wins the frame. Fly high.
Fly high.
FPV.
Nice,
Yeah, fly
buddy.
high,
I am
woo.
jealous.
Fuck yeah, fly high. FPV.
Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy.
The
Hell yeah.
Is he still in chat?
2205, 2140 kV. What?
Nice work, Fly High.
What
Are
do
you still
use
out
that
there?
motor for? Is that like for a light 5-inch?
Yeah, would be.
You still worried about motors?
That's like a really spicy light 5-inch 6S motor. Like, it would be super spicy.
Spicy, spicy.
Because I have a
Spicy.
2104 is on my ultralight.
Ooh. Cool.
3.5
All right,
inch.
so what are we gonna
Okay,
do to do the
I
other
see.
draw? Are you using the
That's a
same names
huge
for the
motor
second
for
draw?
3.5 inch.
Dance on
That's
one
cool.
foot. You have to dance on one foot. Hang on.
I'm sitting on my ass though. Let's Ciao, Rodney Bell. Oh yeah, Fly is still here. I guess
Yeah.
I'm making another next week. We're
Congratulations.
keeping him busy.
That's fucking awesome.
Nice,
Yeah, it's
buddy.
gonna be a great frame, man. It's. I'm looking forward to flying. I haven't had a chance to maiden it yet because it's been so shitty of weather here, and I've been working all week, so it's really tough to get time. But it's it looks, and I built it 3 or 4 times to get it to work properly, because a couple things didn't work. I had a VTX that wasn't powering up and some weird issues, but yeah, it runs pretty nice in my bedroom as long as I don't hit the wall. Oh man, practice. All right, guys. So that we got Fly FPV finally getting his return on his investments. He's been giving away a lot of awesome products from his shop and stuff like that. I personally won 4 sets of friggin' Fly FPV lights. I gifted 3 of them away because I only needed one, and I'm still have 1 set of lights that I'm willing to put on this 5-inch that I'm thinking about putting on, but blue on blue on blue on blue, so I might get some red later and put some red on there maybe later. We'll see. But congratulations, dude. You're always it's good to see somebody getting some back from when he's always giving, man, so that's awesome. We're gonna do the same
Fly high,
raffle.
I was gonna say, Fly High, post a link for your shop.
Fuck yeah, for sure.
He's got a shop.
Oh, all day.
Fly High does, yeah.
All right, so the second one we're gonna do here is for the U.S. only.
Got the link here. I'll just paste it.
U.S. only gift card.
Is it this one?
Discount
Gotta be
code
this one.
to Ooh, www. HTTP.
W.
What was the www?
Capital W.
Is it www? Yeah, so this one is for the American only gift card. No, it's coupon code, sorry. For the show. I don't know how much it is, so it's kind of a random giveaway for you guys.
It's American only?
Yeah.
A mystery gift card.
But
Mystery,
Canadians
mystery,
are
mystery.
excluded from this raffle?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I'm not happy about it, but
But
it
it's
is
like,
what it is.
what a
Yeah, I don't know.
I shouldn't complain. I won a gift card a few weeks back. I'm pretty happy about that. It went a long way.
Yeah. There's 2 different gifts. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try to explain it all screwed up again. But anyway, we're all in it anyway, so let's check and see who happens. And if we have to re-raffle it or re-roll it, we'll re-roll it. But I think we're okay. Good luck.
Go, 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 little drone.
Dr. Quad sounds like did you crash your test rig
Oh, Blizzard
on the
in
maiden?
Canada wins.
Is that what I'm
Blizzard.
hearing? I can't wait to see footage of how your new motors are performing.
Wait, isn't Blizzard
And
Canadian?
congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, Blizzard, I shouldn't have called you out like that.
Night
FPV
Train?
Your
Oh,
World
no, it's
stream,
Neil.
aka Canadian long range stream.
Who's it?
Huh?
Neil FPV?
Well, congratulations, Neil.
Congratulations,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Neil.
He's a new person in the chat. I haven't seen too much of him. If he's still in the chat, let me know. And you'll have to
Take that,
email
Canada.
me for your coupon code, bro.
Neil is in the. I can tag him.
No.
Congratulations, Neil.
Yeah.
Canadians are quietly taking over FPV. That's where we make the best propellers, or the best antennas, rather. We make the best
There he is. Thank you.
ND filters.
Congratulations, Neil. Yay. All right, yeah. So just email me off_axis, and yeah, we'll hook you up with the coupon code. Because if I just give it to everybody right now, then everybody would win. So
Yeah, way to go, Neil. Oh yeah,
congratulations.
Neil's in chat. He's there.
Yeah, I see him. Awesome.
Look at
Fuck
you with
yeah.
the Hotmail address. I got a old legacy Hotmail address I use
Nice.
too.
I use that only for this kind of stuff. For actual
Yeah.
work stuff, I use Gmail. But yeah.
Yeah, I use.
I had somebody
I got
email me
one
from a
of those.
Yahoo address the other day.
I'm a Yahoo too.
A Yahoo. Oh, you
Yeah.
are a Yahoo? Maybe it was you. I don't know. I'm just like, whoa. AOL.com.
I got
That's
I have
awesome.
a Gmail, a Yahoo, and a Hotmail address. I use them all.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I don't know why.
Fuck yeah. Congratulations, everybody, on the
Oh, man.
giveaways tonight.
The
Yeah,
disembodied
congratulations.
voice is me, Dr.
You lucky
Quads. Brandon's
bastards.
baked beans. You know who I am.
Well, you had a camera on. I would definitely put you on the screen, but
I didn't feel like setting up. I got too much crap going on right now. I got my in-laws' dog. They dropped off the dog and went to Mexico.
oh man.
And the
Nice.
dog is very just yappy and needful. So
Oh well.
You picture Tom Skerritt if you want to put a
you
face to the voice.
you kind of know what I look
Tom
like.
Skerritt.
I just got the beard and the
Oh god.
like a beard.
Oh god. I gotta get this picture up. I gotta get this picture up. Hang on.
You've got mail.
Oh, I didn't
genitalia.
save it as an actual picture though. I should have saved that whole screenshot.
Oh, the Tom Skerritt one?
Yeah. What I did save is the screenshot of this friggin' of tonight's live stream.
Lambo's in here.
Lambo
Who's
is-
blocked by Lambo? What?
What's going on?
Is Lambo randomly blocking people in chat? That's funny.
I am on several Discords, Dr. Quads. I'm on the FPV Your World Discord, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not on. I don't think I'm on your Discord, if that's what you're wondering.
This picture.
I'm on the Beta Flight Discord.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen me there.
There's Garrett Beans in the bottom right corner there.
And the left corner and the friggin' top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Everybody's in it 3 times except for I
It's
think
hilarious.
FalconRad's in there 4 times.
FalconRad looks so angry.
Yeah.
He's concentrating. He's always thinking about that.
My
distance.
first idea
He's
was I
really-
was gonna put everybody on pigeon heads and like FalconRad was gonna be a falcon and stuff and we'd all be flying around. But I couldn't find a really cool picture and I found this and I was just super stoned and I was like, this is a great
He looks angry and condescending.
idea. Yeah. I thought it was pretty classic. I had to save that one.
You left the Beta Flight Discord, Doctor.
Oh my gosh.
Were people upset at you for stirring up Roost?
Uh-oh.
Oh, is he? Are you a Kiss user?
Oh, he's not a
Is
Kiss
he one of those
user. He's
madmen?
just opinionated. Oh, sorry. People over at Beta Flight don't like rapid change, so that's okay. Stable.
Kiss users are usually pretty opinionated, aren't they?
Kiss users? Yeah, Kiss users love their Kiss. They love Fet Tech.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just
that's
love
what
that
it
their
is.
product calls them stupid.
FC.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
I don't mess with Kiss. It's not really. I don't know. It's not.
It's for beginners.
Well, I don't know. I guess some racers use it.
I'm just
Some people really like it. Some people really like it, and you can't argue with that. But
Yeah.
know what you like. It's just
Yeah.
not
You shouldn't make
conducive
fun of
to
people.
community.
We shouldn't make
It's not-
fun of people with lower IQs. I know.
It's in my opinion, it's just not conducive to community involvement and furthering using the hive mind of the community basically to try to better it. I like to look at the source code. I
Of course
will
you do.
go through the source
Why
code
does that
bit by
not
bit.
surprise me? Why does that not surprise me?
Well, I want to know.
Brandon looks at the source code. I want a T-shirt that says Brandon looks at the source code.
Yeah.
Brandon looks at the source code.
Damn right.
I'm not doing anything with it. I just like to kind of figure out what
Yeah. Poke
going
around
on
under the
under the
hood, you know? Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
It'd be a funny comic of like a guy who's like looking at like a porno and he's like, no, just show me the source code.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
No, just show me the source code. I don't understand.
looking at the HTML from Pornhub.
Yeah. Beautiful
Ooh,
zeros.
that's a
Oh,
nice-
those ones and zeros.
What a header!
It's awesome.
Dr. Quads is doing Ardu pilot. I don't know the first thing about Ardu pilot.
Oh, wow.
My buddy here in town has that jumper Ziaki VTOL.
A lot of people use that for long range wings, right? When you're doing long range wings.
Ardu, yeah.
Or
You can use Ardu pilot
boats.
for everything.
Or boats, yeah.
RC test flight. He does it with those boats out on the river.
Why did
Oh,
Sergio
yeah.
just get timed out?
Dude, what's
If
going
you
on?
sack-
You guys getting mad at each other?
If Sack just timed out Sergio.
I gotta see this.
That's friggin' funny. What are you guys doing
Why?
over there?
Why can't we see where I hate that they're deleted messages? I really like
They're-
to
I think
see
they're just doing it for fun. I think they're just doing it for fun.
I gotta go help with the kids. I'll be back in a minute.
Sergio.
Oh,
You give a guy a
too
wrench
funny.
and he screws up it all. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it matters. Timing though, it's funny
that's
actually.
too funny.
Oh man. Fuck yeah. This was a great fucking flight. I loved it. Every minute of it. Every minute of it. Actually, these are 3 different flights put together in one video.
Nice. So purty.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm super stoked to have.
Always
GoPro
wondered,
10.
I wonder how tall of like a TV antenna I can put on my house. Any idea what the rules would be? If I could build like a ground station that's like 200 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Why not, right? And have it retractable
That'd be pretty fun,
too,
eh?
so you could like put it up like
Oh, yeah.
res. That'd be rad.
For sure.
For sure, why not? Let's do that. I
I
think
mean,
we did-
like with signal tracking, so it can follow the quad
yeah. That'd be fucking cool.
or the wing.
I wanted to build
Some people do long range with. Some people do long range with like phone links, don't they? Like with cell phone connections instead of RC, don't they?
I have no idea about that.
Uh,
I've never heard about that. But I've been thinking about building a droid, R2D2 style droid, that can drive around in an area and move its head to face the direction of the signal. Be fucking badass. Also be like your computer
pretty cool.
station, you know, everything, right? Be fucking cool.
yeah, I keep thinking about building an R2D2, but I don't know if I should do it out of like a crazy filament or should I do it realistic blue and white? I don't know. I should get into painting. You've made me catch the bug now. You're making all this cool Star Wars stuff, and
Yeah, it's worth it. Flyhouse
Yeah.
says if you build a tower, what is he saying? If you build a tower tall enough in USA, you can get airspace above the grass designated. What?
ooh, there you go.
Wow.
Make my own FRIA. I think we should have Canada declared a FRIA, so all our American friends can just come up and fly their quads. What do you think? That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think it'd be pretty badass.
I don't know what Chisak. I don't think people have TV antennas. It might be hard to actually find like that triangle truss stuff. I don't know. Home Depot must have it, especially out in the country. Or I have to talk to somebody who works on. I know somebody who works on sets for movies, so he's always
Really?
building stages. Rather,
Who, me?
building stages for. No. I meant not sets for movies. I meant stages for concerts. He's always
Oh.
got stuff like that in his backyard. So see what he's got.
Rips. Yeah, that'd be great.
He's a madman. He's one of these guys that climbs and does ropes all the way up, like in these high, crazy, like, AC/DC concerts and explosions and lights. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he does some crazy stuff I've seen on his Instagram.
That's super badass.
dangling above the Sky Dome in Toronto kind of thing, you know, like from the ceiling up on ropes, installing lights and fireworks. It's like,
Yeah.
what? How do you get there?
I've never got into any of that work, but I have a couple friends that were hardcore into doing that scene.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies ended up actually is now like one of the main people for Michael Bublé. He travels around the world helping him do his gigs and shit. It's crazy whatever he does.
That'd be fun, man. Decent money and fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Itchy Sack's in if we make Canada free.
There you go.
We just have a big like hippie commune of FPV pilots, you know. Just one love, everybody flies. No rules, no laws. Just love.
That's true. That's super true. I'm gonna put up a couple of vids to end the night. It's been 2 hours.
Yes,
I thank
please.
you guys were awesome for being here. Yeah, we got to get some videos playing. We didn't really play much videos tonight. We did have a lot of combo, which is awesome. So we learned a lot tonight. If you guys didn't see the beginning of the stream, there's a lot of great question answers from FalconRad and from Mr. Brandon Break Beans. And yeah, we did the giveaways tonight. Congratulations to the homies that took those prizes. I will shoot you an email right after this stream and send you all the information you need.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys. Oh.
Let's see. Quality is only at 360p. I'm not.
Yeah, check out FalconRad's frames on CNC drones, CNC Madness. He's got some pretty cool frames.
Oh yeah.
He's got that new one coming out. Check it out. Support him. Because he knows what he's on about. Woohoo. Who's this flying?
Back. This is Pitt's Flying Eye.
Nice.
Let me remind right after this to share that link, but I'll be right back. I gotta take a pee break and a drink.
Uh-oh.
See you in a second.
Don't fall in. Digio's back. What happened? What'd you do?
All right.
Jeez.
What did I miss?
Beans is back. Marcel just went to the washroom. We're watching a video from Pitts.
Oh, I've
FPV.
seen this video.
Yeah,
Have I?
it's nice. I'm not even sure. Hey, chat,
never
can you
mind, I
hear
haven't
us?
seen this
Or did Marcel mute us all?
This
You hear
looks
us,
like
chat?
03 right here.
Yeah, it does.
Are you wondering if chat can hear us, or are we just on our own?
Yeah, I don't know if chat can hear us or not.
You could just go click on the stream on YouTube and see if there's an echo.
Hey, also everybody in chat, we're trying to get Riot 9
Oh, yeah.
over 100 views. He's at 95. Go sub to Riot 9's channel. We're trying to get him over to 100 tonight. So, sub,
And yes, we are
sub.
audible. They can hear us.
Good.
What is Riot 9's?
I just posted it in the chat.
Oh yeah, there it is.
YouTube.com/Riot9.
One step behind.
Oh, yeah, this does look like 03-ish, doesn't it? I don't know. It could be GoPro too. I'm not watching in super high res, so.
It looks like 03 to me because it has some of the slight little jitters. It looks like from when it's mounted to carbon or a steel or sorry, aluminum plates.
You've got your camera fully TPU, eh? You don't have any hard mount?
Big old TPU pod from Tim O'Brien from the.
Oh yeah, I remember you were propping him up. Yeah.
Yeah,
camera on TPU.
he will design
TPU.
the TPU pod for anything.
Oh.
He's a really good designer, and he takes donations and stuff. He has a printables page,
Yeah.
but
I like this little Chris Rosser AOS 3.5. I just built. It seems like a really nice little size of quad, man. This is my
I
first.
love my 3.5. I bought the Baby Hawk 2 HD with the polar camera when it was really inexpensive 2 Christmases ago. Like it was like I know it was like it wasn't this last Black Friday, but it was the Black Friday before last, and I got it for
Really fun little
cheap.
size.
Newfound
really
Drone.
fun.
What's up, Newfound Drone? Welcome
It was
into
one
the
of those
chat,
race
bro.
day quads. You guys don't shop race day quads, but race day quads
do.
will sometimes.
I do.
Okay, they sometimes do these blowouts where you'll get like $100 gift card at the purchase of something, and it makes the value of the thing that you purchased like just phenomenally good. Because I mean, you're just.
How do you get those gift cards? Is that like a newsletter thing?
They do it for like Black Friday, or every once in a while in the summer they'll do like inventory closeouts or clearance. So they're just like clearing old stock, and it's like usually it's like old 4S drones, or with like maybe like the old version of the DJI camera that nobody wants, like the Nebula Nano, not the Pro or something like that. It was like back. This was back when nobody wanted the Polar. And honestly, the Polar is a great camera if you like to fly at night. It's amazing, actually. At night. But yeah, I got the drone for like effectively $200. So it was basically like the cost of the DJI system plus
that's a good deal.
like plus $50 more, and that was it. But I fly it all the time, and I've
The
broken
great little size
frame.
is what I was saying. It's that little 3.5. I think is going to be nice in the summer. It's just flying around the yard. Like my 6S 5" is pretty intimidating, and you need space for that. You know what I mean? But this little 3.5, it's kind of like a go anywhere. You could play around in the yard with it, and it's nice. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
My yard's too small for a 3.5 inch. I could barely swing a 2.5 inch.
You live in the burbs though, right? So,
yeah, I'm really close to my neighbors.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like
I
I'm
think
really
I've seen-
nice with my neighbors. I mean I'm nice with the
I
neighbors.
think I think I've seen you fly over your neighborhood. So yeah.
Oh,
But
look,
you know
some
me,
toothpick videos.
I'm just in the middle of nowhere. I'm just a hole in the forest, right? This is where I live.
That sounds nice. I'd like that. But
Yeah.
so many people around me.
Just do it. Let me do this now. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's one thing I never have to worry about. I remember reading about people getting noise from their internet and stuff like that, and cell phones, and I got my noise number on my OSD never changes around here.
Yeah.
You got to see my secret.
Secret? What's this? Is it
Like
backstage?
Yeah, it looks like a concert or practice session or something.
Did you get kicked out of a bar?
This isn't me. This is Mike Drones, and no, I just shared my. I did an Inception on YouTube a minute ago. It's all good. My secret.
All good.
Streamception. Badass. I've never really did much light flying lately. I used to do it a lot with micros. I'm looking forward to doing it this summer. I can't wait to get back out. I haven't really done any, and I want to. But I live also in a mecca, like a huge city, way too busy to fly a 5" in the city. But Rotorvillage also did send me not just the Mopax 5", but they also sent me the Small Yeet, which is a 3.5 drone frame. I built that one up quickly and haven't really decided on exactly what I'm going to use, so I haven't really done anything with it yet for video-wise or on the channel or anything, but that's going to come up soon now that I'm back employed and have a job. I'm going to buy some new parts, because I've been trying to use old parts that I wasn't sure of, and something's not working right with the all-in-one board that I was going to use. But yeah, it's a really dope little frame.
Very cool.
Oh, and I've got beefy motors too. Like I've got old school like Mamba 1408s from back when Shendrone, Squirt, and Nutmeg was like a thing, and they needed like the taller like stators and everything. It was like, ah man, they're so old school and heavy now.
Is it related to the Yeet mule, the tiny Yeet, or is that just a coincidence?
Everything's Yeet. Yeet is like their brand, and then like the mule is a certain size.
Why did I think Yeet?
The small Yeet.
But then I thought Yeet mule was an Ummagod.
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't he have a Yeet? Oh no, he had some other animal. Moon goat. That's what it was.
Moon goat.
Sorry. I was thinking, hooved animals, goat, mule.
Yeet was like a term in FPV years ago when like people were doing different tricks, and then there was like a pilot like not long ago, like a few years ago, that came up with a trick that he customized, and I don't know how to do it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but the name of it was the Yeet Yaw. And you could literally like do this trick and shit, and like Yeet was like a
trim in the bushes there.
Literally was like a trick name, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
Or still is. But yeah,
I used to call the GPS rescue before 4.4, I guess, is when Betaflight Rescue got better. Yeet to home, because it's not return to home. It's
Yeet to home.
Yeet to home.
Oh man.
That's what it does. It
Riots at 97.
back, and then it crashes at your feet, or
well, you can change the settings. I'm really hoping the 7-inch is gonna work out perfectly to do that. I just haven't trusted it to do.
The new Betaflight Rescue is really nice though, because it actually has.
That's what I mean.
Like,
I want to get that going.
Ascent mode, and then transit mode, and then descent mode, as opposed to some weird thing that it did before.
It's like up and over.
Yeah, before it would just kind of haul ass back and then try to maintain a speed, but it was really bad. There's a throttle PID controller, if I remember correctly, and a horizontal velocity PID controller and a vertical velocity PID controller, and they weren't really tuned very well.
Thanks for the update, One Vision Aerial. Riot's at 97. 3 more subs.
Voodoo
I'm trying to get Riot up to 100 subs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
Riot 9. Post a link in the chat if you can. Welcome in, Voodoo Survival.
97 subs.
Hope you're doing well. Voodoo Survival popping into the channel. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Let's get it going. Riot 9 up to 100. Easy. Come on.
What kind of stuff is he?
Yeah, Voodoo. I've been digging my Mamba stacks. I don't know. I'm a noob, and I have like 3 Mamba stacks now, and I haven't killed one yet. So I think that speaks well for them.
just building it well, and it's like stable away from each other and stuff like that. I've always built like on my old school frames, like years ago. I used to always build my FC and my ESC like quite a distance apart, even with gummies, like making sure that they're away from each other. Giving everything as much room as possible, and then also using on the RX and my VTX. I would always put like I would always do a shrink wrap part of it, and then put like a foamy between the frame and itself. And I've never killed parts. Like I've killed ESC motor pads on ESC, but
I've been putting little foam between, like it's almost like microphone foam, really light stuff between my ESC and FC, where the barometer is. Somebody said that gives you better barometer, or like a better readout. Your barometer isn't wildly going up and down, and it seems to work. Like before, I was getting like crazy barometer readouts. Now I'm getting something that's a little more believable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I know it's not accurate, but just for my height, to know roughly where I am.
Yeah, I've never really used that except for on my 7-inch, obviously with long range, but I never really worried about any of that. I don't know. It's definitely something I don't really give a crap about for height, elevation wise.
Yeah,
But
it's just fun to see, but you know what I mean? I was
The
curious.
less that you have that in the record is better too, right? I mean, we're
Yeah,
in Canada,
exactly.
but still. Max Air 420,
Yeah.
what's up, dude?
Yeah, this is
man.
a great
Yeah,
video.
I'm not
Max
too
Air.
worried.
What pilot is this?
Yeah,
This is
Very
fuck.
technical.
I think I posted
I was
in
like,
chat.
kiss
No, I
the
didn't
wall
post it
there.
in chat.
is he running? I saw a couple moves there that looked 3D esque.
Super
Is this
critical.
some 3D?
What
You
kind
hung
of
upside
venue
down
do
for a
you think
long
this
time.
is?
That's
Oh,
Phantom.
it looks like you're
Is it Phantom?
Phantom.
That's Phantom.
Oh well, that makes sense. What
He's
kind
good.
of venue do you think that is there? That's
Look like a
like there's
business
this
park.
nobody there, and it has these like skywalks, and it had like a like a turret, like a tower that you could like with a
Office park on a
bird's
Sunday.
nest in there. Yeah, they don't have anything like that around me. I'm so
No,
jealous.
not here either, man.
No,
Woo-wee.
totally. That'd be a dope fucking flight, though, for sure. He rips.
Who's this one?
Asgard Studios from Brockville, Ontario.
Nice.
It's part of the Canadian Drone Hub community over there in the East Coast. If you haven't checked out Canadian Drone Hub, they're on YouTube. They do streams, the old guys. There's a whole community of those guys that hang out and chill on early
We got the
mornings.
frozen harbor here.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of where I started. I used to stream a lot with Canadian Drone Hub and a bunch of those guys there, and we ended up kind of just
I
parting
love this.
ways because we're more
Downwind.
FPV and they're more DJI, really.
That's cool. They basically got a seawall right there.
Mm-hmm.
A little jitter there.
Yeah, a little look like little P-term vibes there.
Big time.
I think he's dealing with. I think he's dealing with a lot of wind.
Oh,
So
yeah,
It
it's
does,
yeah,
probably,
it does say in the
it could
video
just-
wind, yeah.
it's probably the pid loop is probably getting a workout.
So for like, let me just talk about tuning a little bit when we watch this. When you have a cinematic rig and you're trying to deal with tuning out this kind of stuff here, you gotta get the D term just like literally as high as possible, and then you gotta have P only just barely as high as you, just barely where it needs to be.
What you need.
Can't push it. Can't push it at all. And there's a really great resource that's in the, if you search for the 4.3 tuning guide, it's I'm gonna search for it right now. Data flight
Ooh.
4.3 tuning notes, tuning guides. And there's a section down in here on random wobbles and HD footage, and they recommend basically just get the D as high as you possibly can, and then experiment.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you have to make sure you have lots of defiltering. You can't have too little defiltering because it will run you into trouble. But you got to have a lot of D-term, and then you experiment. Once you have it set to has like max D-term that you can possibly get, then you fiddle with tracking a little bit up, a little
Nice.
bit down, and you'll just kind of find the right spot, and where you'll find the random wobble gets worse, and then you'll find it get better, and you want to just try to. If it gets better, you try to do that direction again.
Take care, Neil. Have a good night, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Neil.
Bad for
For
life.
sure.
Welcome in. Bad for life. I've seen you around before.
Bad for
Welcome
life.
into the channel. You don't have a wrench. I'll give you a wrench in a bit. Welcome in. Check out people in the channel. You can just do the 3 dots beside their name at their comment, and you can subscribe and check out their channels. Bad for life. I wonder where I've seen you before. Welcome in.
Yeah, I've seen Bad for Life around.
Yeah, I'm confused.
70p, 70D is bad for life 7-inch PIDs. Don't even worry about the
Is that bad?
term. It's probably around 70 as well. Maybe 140. I
Is
don't
that
know.
good or bad?
That sounds fine. That's probably what my it's probably about what my Explorer's PIDs are at.
Well, I'll be hitting you up once my snow's all gone, Mr. Beans. I got 4 quads that are just on stock tune, and I'm ready to put some juice onto them.
Cool.
Some of the
Yeah.
Brandon's Beans patented juice.
Patented juice.
What?
What the hell?
That beans. Patented juice.
Bean sauce. Sorry, that's the word I was
There
looking
you
for. I'm
go.
high, man. I meant sauce.
Sauce.
Damn it, I meant sauce.
Infinity loops. What is this?
Infinity troops.
Yeah. He sent a little whoop to heads. Mailed him a toy.
I want to see
So
a
he might
flight
make a video on it.
Is this a flight video? Oh, it's not a flight video.
Hey, Dr. Quaz, you're back.
It's not a
Healing
flight
supports.
video.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had to go rescue a print from his printer.
I totally tricked me. I thought it was
Fly
a flight
high.
video.
I can probably tune. I don't really know the black box how it works, how Fat Tech works. But if you can get flight data, I'm pretty
Bean
sure
juice.
I can get some statistics off of it.
Hashtag bean juice in the chat for a giveaway of some
Voodoo.
sauce.
The Superfly presets are top notch. So a lot of what I do, like, people pay me to help them tune their drones, and I'm just kind of like a Sherpa, you know. I know. I didn't invent anything, but I read the manual, and so, Superfly is one of the devs, and Superfly has worked on some of the best filter and PID tuning presets, and oftentimes I'll just go grab a Superfly preset, but I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be close enough, and then I'll get the pilot to get me a log, and then usually just like one or two more flights and like tuning suggestions later, and we've got it pretty much dialed in. So thank you, Superfly. You've made my work like faster than 4.3 did. So, because yeah, when we went from 4.2 to 4.3, I changed my tuning strategy, and that's the strategy I described at the beginning of the stream. And then that method is really quick, in my opinion. It's faster than using the PID toolbox. PID toolbox works fine too, though. Honestly, it's more analytical. It might be more precise, maybe. I don't know. What I find is that using this method that I do, plug in, you take the tune, and you compare it to the PID toolbox tune, you find it usually ends up about the same spot. It just kind of works itself out. It's just brute force as opposed to an analytical approach.
Ooh. Who's this flying, Marcel?
Good question. EBR FPV, trying out some new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Dr. Quaz, we were just talking about that. So yes, I have used the basement tuning method. I know Brian White. I know him fairly well. It works fine. It's just not very fun, in my opinion. But it does work really well.
I've heard that name Ryan Harrell around too.
Ryan Harold is Mini-Quad Test Bench. Brian White is PID Toolbox.
Oh, okay.
Brian White's really good at tuning, large drones. He helps a lot of people with Cinelifters tuned up and stuff. But yeah, he has a basement tuning approach, which
What's that? Sorry. No, I meant Marcel's got it.
I don't know what he's doing here.
Well, you're gonna see in a second.
Basement
Bro.
tuning approach allows you
You're
to
gonna see
tune
behind the scenes.
basically in your basement if you want to.
There we go.
Hey, there I am.
Nice.
Good one. That's about right.
Fucking A. So that was EBR testing out the T06. What does that mean? That is a quad with some stuff on it and things. And I don't know, maybe a transmitter is a T06. I don't
That's
know
cool,
what
Voodoo
T06 is.
Survival. Ryan Harrell lives really close to you, huh? Right on. I haven't seen him doing stuff like on the community lately. He used to do all sorts of like dyno testing and stuff way back in the day.
Ooh, is that Desert Snow?
If you guys haven't checked out this guy's channel, check the fuck out because he's fucking always got badass content. I could literally sit on this guy's channel for days, and this
Who's
one's not
this?
Yeah,
that
Dr. Quads,
great,
that makes sense.
but almost
Who?
cinematic FPV is like literally killing it. Yeah, let me go quickly and put it in the chat.
Almost cinematic.
So Dr. Quads is a proponent of the Brian White PID Toolbox basement tuning strategy. And for his purposes, that makes perfect sense. He's making drones, he's selling like bind and flies that are pre-tuned. And for something like that, you know, he can really analytically fine-tune that tune using that method, because it does work really well for that. And then just copy paste that, because he's just making the same drone over and over again and selling them, shipping them out.
Yeah.
But so for what I'm doing, people don't want to pay for my time to do all of that. So what people like is the quick 90-something% tune, where it's not, you know, maybe you can get it a little bit more refined, but it's going to be like a lot better than what most people are going to be able to do on their own. And again, it's not like I invented a method. This is just a documented tuning strategy. I just am very familiar with it, and I am the Sherpa. I will guide you,
tedious, but it's worth it.
I will hold your hand, and I will look at your logs, and I will sanity check you, and I will be like, yes, no, yeah, do this, don't do that, and that's what people need that sometimes for the first couple times.
Easily.
And then there's a lot of people that don't want to tune. Just throw a preset on there, and it's going to be like 80% close enough. That's great.
Well, that's me, man. That's me. So much of it is like, I don't understand it, and I don't know if I want to. But I don't know if I want to put in the time to learning it so well. I'm glad that somebody like you is around, and I could just be like, "Here's my black boxes, Brendan. What should I do? Well, just tell me what numbers to set, and I'll go with that."
Well, for years I would never tune anything, but now that I'm flying long range and cinematic stuff and whoops or cinematic whoops, like what am I talking about? Cinewhoops. They're fucking. You gotta be a little bit more dialed. Those things are hardcore, like beasts when you're trying to get those things to fly nice with a heavy camera, and it's just.
Also, to be honest, I've been flying for a year now, and I'm just starting to figure out the difference between, for this year, I don't know what the difference between is my bad flying or a bad tune. I don't know the difference. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get better, and now I am starting to notice things that the drone does. You know what I mean? Like 8 months ago, I had no idea. It could have been either or. It was probably my bad flying. But as I get better, I start. Oh yeah, I think I know what they're talking about when it does that. It's starting to click, but
it's all that jittery too, right? Like you feel it more when you're relaxed on your thumbs and the control and stuff, and the drone's just doing it itself.
Exactly. Oh, you watch your early videos, it's the worst. You're so jittery and so robotic, and you think, oh, I need to tune this. No, you just need to learn how to fly. Right. So yeah, that's been my approach. I just haven't even bothered really trying to tune. I just get good first, and then I can actually notice what the difference is.
Totally. If you guys don't know, we've got Twitch going on right now. Twitch, FPV Your World. You guys want to jump in there? Better latency, better video. That's why the comments are not moving on this side. We only got a couple people hanging out there, but it's cool. It's super chill. What's up?
Dr. Quads is asking you a question about mountain surfing or free surfing. Down a mountain
Probably
with wind.
Sailing effect when you're surfing the trees on a mountain with wind. What? How do you? There isn't
if he's sailing forward.
Sounds like he's dealing with an updraft coming up the mountain or something.
With are you talking about like with 7-inch?
Yeah, I would have to. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm flying a heavy 7-inch 2SP. What the hell happened?
What the heck, Lambo?
Okay,
Lambo, what do you got against Dr. Quads? What happened here?
There's been a lot of craziness on the stream tonight, brothers.
Yeah, I use
battery.
two 6S batteries. So it's pretty heavy system. I think my quad fully is like almost 900 grams. So yeah, it's pretty heavy
Wow.
bitch.
With wind and like mountain surfing kind of situations, you do have strange aero effects that can cause like also the air mode to kind of like act up, and I see that and I hear that a lot from 7-inch pilots on mountains, especially when they're like coming down a face or coming up over the ridge whenever the wind is changing. And a lot of times I'm thinking about like the aerodynamics and where the center of pressure or center of lift is versus the center of gravity. And with a 7-inch drone, we inherently have the center of pressure in front of the center of gravity, and that makes for kind of an unstable situation. And so if we have wind that's pushing hard enough, then it wants to kind of flip and turn the drone around. And what you end up seeing in the logs, what I see, is that you'll see like one motor winding up and one of the other motors like dropping to nothing. You'll see like 3 motors wound up and one motor dropping down to like nothing. And in that situation, the pilot says that they feel like it's just taking off, like it's just like floating, and it can't descend, or they can't like. FalconRad has complained about this to me. He's been battling this. It's just something that he's experienced before, and I've helped him, consulted with him on
For sure.
that.
I'm running 6S 2P, so that's technically 12S, but it's not in series or whatever. So it's 2 6S batteries.
In parallel, right? Is that what the
Bad
key
for
means?
Life actually has a good example here. So what do you do when you have that kind of situation? I mean, you can try to lower your D-term filters, and that will sometimes help. And then there's stuff that you can do with just with your CG. Like if you can try to move your battery a little bit forward, if you can, that will help a lot, because a lot of times what we see is the back motors are working like really hard in that time too. So it's like one of the front motors is off, just completely at idle, and then back motors are just completely spun up, and one of the front motors is spun up. So if you can get back motors to not have to work quite so hard, then it helps. But this is kind of a wacky band-aid.
Tailspin RC. If you haven't checked out Tailspin RC, check him out. Fucking badass pilot, old school dude.
I suppose I need to buy me one of those high vis vests, eh?
Oh yeah,
I
you
want to
should.
fly my drone legally. Aren't you supposed to? That's the law, isn't it, in Canada?
Nah. Where he is, though,
think
it's
you're
probably a different world, you know?
You're supposed to have cones and a vest and cones around your takeoff
I
and
just
landing
unhitted
site.
Dr. Quads. So if Dr. Quads, if you're still here, I unhid you. Because
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
I would have done that. I
yeah,
didn't know you could do that.
I took over. Lambo, I'm gonna hide you. Can I do that? Where are you
No.
at?
You can't. He was only because Dr. Quads wasn't a moderator. When people aren't moderators, they kind of screw with them every once in a while, like Sergio did.
Oh my gosh.
Don't be mad, Dr. Quad. Come back soon.
So to answer your question, I'll answer it the same way that I answered FalconRad a few months ago, and that is, you can try to change something with the arrow. So different props, you gotta reduce aerodynamic drag in the front of the drone if possible. So
Good luck with your GoPro on there.
Exactly. So the GoPro
Well, that's why people are making the
is a
point on
big,
the front.
I never even thought about that,
Yeah.
but that's like a big sail on the front. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
the aerodynamic drag that is in front of your center of gravity, and that's going to cause an inherent instability in that kind of situation.
So we
And
should
then-
build like noses on our front of our GoPros.
No, we should just all use O3.
Yeah.
Ah, look at you! You had the pirate star on.
Rather stab you. Just
And
kidding.
that's why you get all those gigs.
Analog's better, man.
I like it.
Or the other thing I told Conrad was that you can try to move the CG forward. So, like with a whoop, that helps because with a whoop, and I know you build whoops, Dr. Quad. With a whoop, you can't really reduce the aerodynamic drag on the front. So the only option is to try to get some weight forward. You got to get weight more on the front motors and not on the back motors as much. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You want to
Dr.
collab
Quad's
with me, Dr. Quad?
back.
I'll work with you if you wanna. I mean,
Oh.
it's fun. Why not?
I hope that quad isn't going to be 3D printed, Dr. Quads, because carbon
He does.
fiber is way better.
He does whoop things, but I think
He does
aren't
whoop things.
Aren't they on carbon? Oh, they're on carbon. They're not all plastic, are they?
I think they're all plastic. He's all about the PLA Max.
PLA Max?
Yeah.
You can make
Yeah.
a frame out of that stuff?
I don't know. He was, I think. Maybe I got it wrong, but
You like, I think it's okay for small frames.
I was
but
very
big frames?
confused and tried to inform him that was a bad idea. Residence is
Ooh,
a
Fly Eye, can I have one of your O3s?
Hi, I need an O3 for my new Woodchuck
me too.
OTP frame.
Yeah.
Send one my way, Fly High. Send one my
I
way.
already got a stack for a trade, and I got like 8 motors for a trade. Now I just need to get an O3 for a trade,
Thank
Nice.
goodness. Thank
and it will
goodness.
be my trade build.
Thank goodness, Dr. Quads. Hit the deck. It's got some
Oh yeah,
cool
see, I thought they
cinematic
have a
shit.
carbon fiber skeleton in there.
Okay, good. Whew.
One of my favorite
This is
things
cool.
is
We
on
are- We are just
On
inches
Jo-
off the. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
centimeters off the water surface there.
there you go. One of my favorite things I was gonna say is if you're ever watching Joshua Bardwell's like Q&A stream, when someone asks him about 3D printing a frame, just the look on his face. The look on his face is priceless every time.
It's the same
gets that
thing
question
that I
from-
get, and I'm worse because I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like cringing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Are you
Pretty funny.
printing nylon and you're printing tiny whips? Sure, go right ahead. I've done it. It works. It's
Yeah.
okay. But
Yeah.
anything past that, you're printing a frame is like, oh my god, man. The
Yeah.
parts back then when
Plastic
I
is
started,
too floppy.
it was like $30 for the friggin' IOU. Now you're literally you're paying like what, $100 almost for some of the good ones. It's like, my god, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't get away with buying all-in-ones anymore. You can't. It's just anything like that for that size. And then you want to go 3-inch and build. I did back
Exactly
in the
what
day there
vision.
was a guy who printed or like started this whole company. It was around when Shendrone Squirt came out, but it was a guy in the UK. The name doesn't come to mind, but his logo is like kind of like a cat face. He was around a lot. I can't remember if he's still around now.
Oh
much
yeah,
content.
it was like Black Cat Studios or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And it was basically like a Shendrone Squirt frame, but it was 3D printed. But we did it in PETG, and I did it. One little tap, and it was barely enough weight for it to even matter. And on the grass even. And it broke part of the frame, and it was useless. It was like, well, yeah, this is dumb. Because, like, unless you're, like, building with, like, the tiniest, smallest amount of material weight on it,
Yeah.
any type of friction
And
is
if
just
you
going
don't
to
crash.
crack frames, arms, easy. So easy. And now the parts are getting heavier. Now you're putting an O3 in it. Come on now, brother.
Yeah. Really floppy. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night, friends.
All right, bro. Thank you for coming in. We're going to be cutting it down pretty
Almost-
short, too, but I have the day
It's almost
off
1
tomorrow.
a.m.
Yeah, I have the day off tomorrow, so I'm just chilling now. Chill mode.
You
Yeah.
where are you located at, Danzilla?
I'm in Ontario, about 2.5 hours north of Toronto,
Toronto.
near
I
Bracebridge, Ontario.
here I am thinking that all of Canada was like my time zone, but I guess it's a big Canada,
Yep.
huh?
No, I'm Eastern time zone. I'm Eastern
Okay.
Standard. Yep. New York time. East Coast time. Yeah, so I think I'm 3 hours behind you guys. What's it there now? What time is it there now? 10:45?
It's 9:45.
You're at 9:45?
Yeah. I gotta
Quarter to
get
one
these
here.
kids.
So.
Kids, go brush your teeth.
Go
Take that.
brush
And don't
your
hurt that little
teeth.
dog.
Did you hear
Charge
that?
all your
Okay.
batteries.
That was awesome.
I didn't get to fly
Okay.
my 1S packs today. I wonder if
That's one reason I want to go to bed at a decent hour tonight, so I can get up and do a little bit of work in the morning and fly all afternoon if the weather is
flew my
there. So,
3.5 inch.
The tank,
during my appointment
RC,
this morning.
welcome in, brother.
It was nice. And then after my flight this
Ottawa,
morning,
yeah.
perfect.
I'm
After
west
my
of
flight
Ottawa,
this
a couple
morning, the
hours.
weather changed. What's the weather like for you right now, Marcel?
Beautiful, actually. I mean, rainy, but I mean, it's like 14 degrees Celsius. It's pretty nice. Pretty chill. Yep.
We had some beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden we just got a storm that rolled in today.
Like
we
rainstorm
might break
or
10
like
degrees.
snowstorm?
Rainstorm. I don't really
Yeah.
get snow here. We get
Right.
snow up the ridge, though.
Same. Yep. Same here. I'm like pretty close to sea level right now.
All right, kids. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us, enjoying the stream. We're going to shut her down. Everybody, thank you again. The giveaways and all the good things and all the funny, little things that happened. Everybody timing each other out and having fun.
That's fine.
All the good stuff. Lots of information. Brad Baked Beans, thank you very much for all your information and all the good times and your constant
Indeed.
smile on the whole stream like this. This is pretty funny.
Sorry for
Probably keep this
making
character.
anyone's head explode with too much information. Sometimes I just
It happens
babble
to me all the
too
time. Never mind.
Yeah.
And then fly high. My same situation here. I got my kids out of school tomorrow. My wife is calling, so I'm gonna switch.
All
the
right,
mic.
kids.
I'm gonna take this real quick.
On the
May all your
YouTube,
props
we are
be on.
closing down. On Twitch, I'm still going to be online. So if you guys are still hanging on Twitch, we're going to play some games. So if you guys are on
Cool.
Twitch, feel free to follow FPV Your World. And we're going to continue
Fun.
tonight and hang out. So feel free to stop by. Thank you again, everybody, for being part of the stream. You guys rock.
Indeed.
And here's a little tidbit of something here that I'm working on. So this is going to be part of an FPV YouTube live guide, which is now kind of screwed up and out of place background wise. But it's something that's going to be playing 24/7.
Cool.
I don't know why it's showing a different background on. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, so this is basically a schedule of everyone's live streams that appear on a weekly basis. And
Oh, that's pretty cool.
sometimes we'll edit into which streams will be different depending on the week or if they have different people on the stream. And then on the top right, it's going to be some video playback of different streams, little clips, stuff like that. So people are making clips of the streams. People will have a chance to have that into there. And then we'll do like kind of like a pilot of the month type of thing too as well. And your logo
Cool.
on the bottom. So we've already got some logos already on the bottom there, and some links will appear over there on the bottom right in that empty space. But yeah, we're working on some things here, and this will be on Twitch and on YouTube. So YouTube has FPV World. We're not streaming there tonight because of the problems doing it with OBS right now. But FPV World on YouTube is a new channel, and that's where this and Twitch will have this constantly playing 24/7 to keep up
Cool.
with all the content that you guys are producing, and hopefully get some people more into all your other channels. So yeah, you can see it's just going to scroll for quite a while.
Fun.
Thanks again, everybody. Hope you guys had a great night. We'll see you next time.
Love you all. Ciao, kids.